Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. See, I was driving over the moon in my big hot air balloon, floating high into the darkness. I hope I get there soon. There's so many things to do, so many people I need to talk to, and they've all been waiting for me. Well, I gotta make it through. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam today. Thank my stars for every green. You have no idea what it means. No, no. To a man who's always traveling, who's seen the things that I've seen. I don't know what's yet to come. Not sure of anything that I've done really makes that much difference. Well, I hope it has for some. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. Well, I was driving over the moon, in my big hot air balloon, floating high up in the darkness. I promise that I'll make it to you very soon. Something special happened today.
What's going on? What's going on? We live in the man cave. Welcome to the Grown Man Hour with Bernard Riley. I never felt quite right saying that until right now, because ever since Pablo named this. Oh shit! I got super chats coming in. Ever since Pablo named the show the Grown Man Hour, I was like, until I get it set up looking something like this, it don't count. It don't count. But now we official. We in here. And that little box on my face that I've been trying to escape, I got to figure out how to get rid of that. The Canon M50 is a weird camera, and it's hard to get rid of that because when you get rid of it, you lose the autofocus quality. But it's an app or something you got to put in it to get rid of that. But D-Rock Den, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. We are in the building. Oh, ain't nothing changed. Shout out to the early bird squad, those that made it in bright and early to drop a comment before we got all the way going. Who came in here first? Who came in here first? Let me get rid of this. I don't need that. Because I can tell apparently y'all can hear me. That real quick before I get going, that intro, that was SKC. That goddamn coon made that badass fire ass intro. Shout out to shout out to brother Xavier from the Prophet of Thought series. Shout out to him. He he did the voiceover work for that one, and SKC dropped the did his SKC thing. Y'all know what he do. He do his he do the editing, and he amazing. He amazing. He did a great job. Like, that was a badass intro. I was impressed. He talked to me. I gave him the layout of what I want, and he executed my vision to perfection. And because it's a celebration, bitches, I'm drinking in the goddamn morning. I'm drinking in the goddamn morning. I normally got my coffee. But because this the first on camera day, taking a few celebratory shots, if I said that right. But anyway, Boomer Sumer in the building. What's going on? Wise man, he says, morning, brother Bernard. Actually, I do need this. I want to see how I'm sounding. I had some clunky headsets. I wanted to get rid of those because I feel like they just fuck up the ambiance. But it's just so there's this little string. But I do want to hear how I sound real quick. Oh shit, super chats coming through hard and heavy. Let me hurry up and get to those. Wise man says, morning, brother Bernard from the West Coast on my way to work. Looking forward to a wonderful day and show. Aaron B in the building. D-Rock Den, Mace Taggart, Boomer Sooner once again. Who else we got in here? NBA fan in the building. Trying to see Sam I am. See everybody complimenting the intro. I appreciate that. I'm glad y'all liked it. Says the intro is fire. Glad y'all liked it. Hope I'm not skipping nobody. LaShawn H, what's going on? I saw my man, Mr. Negative, the Negative Man. One of my day ones. Before I ever started going live, he was, dropping comments to my little pre-recorded video. So always salute to Mr. Negative, the Negative Man. He been here from day one. He says from no intro to 15-minute intro. Yeah, man. Had to up my game. Who else in here? Omega, DJ Naf, saw you. Omega Dreads, Naima, Brenda W. I already saw Mace Taggart, Aaron B. All right, I'm repeating. So anyway, we back at the super chats. Y'all coming through with the super chats. I appreciate it. My man New in the building. Let me try to scroll down to these super chats that just okay. Where they at though? Where they at? Somebody just sent the cash app. Y'all coming through. Sir Tice, salute to the new setup. You drinking yak cognac in the morning. LOL. This is actually, I got two of my favorite drinks behind me. That's Honey Jack right behind me, the taller bottle, if y'all can see that, and Vanilla Crown. Yeah, I like my shit to have some flavor in it. I just can't drink just no regular Crown or regular Jack Daniels just right out the bottle with no, it got to have some flavor. I got to enjoy it going down. I ain't that type of drinker that just sitting there, just hitting back nasty shit just to get the buzz. I gotta enjoy it going down. And Honey Jack and Vanilla Crown actually tastes good going down. But yeah, I'm drinking in the morning. God damn it, drinking in the morning. Abdul Jones said, "Good morning. Get me through my work day. I'm glad to be of service, and I appreciate all the love everybody's showing. New super chats coming through right now." He said, "Great setup, bro." Mike Hamilton, salute and shout out to you. Thanks for the super chat. Brenda W says, "Love the intro and your setup." Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Brenda W. New came through with a super chat. "Nothing wrong with some yak in the morning." It kind of is, but it depends. It depends on how you get down and how you operate. And oh, real quick, let me do something. Got this damn monitor. It's a 32-inch monitor that, and the camera set up above it. That's how I'm, looking at y'all and doing the show and whatnot. And then head down on a laptop. But I probably should have went with a bigger monitor. Like I can see, but I feel like I'm straining to see. So hold on. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Could have went with a slightly bigger monitor. That may be in the future. But New, thank you for the super chat. And know somebody else came through with one. And I'm sorry, I can't see everything that's going on. My man, Alan Roger Curry in the building. That Mode 1 book review is coming soon. I'm going to be able to do it right now. I'm going to be able to, make it look good when I'm doing it now. So ARC came through. He says, "Kudos to your new live cam setup, Bernard Riley, the grown Howard, the new cam up edition. Continued success to you, brother. Mode Mode 1 for life. Panel ARC. Oh yeah." That's some funny shit. Panel Allen. He says, "You are being targeted by a BT1000. How do you figure that? All right. I'm not even going to be able to get into nothing because I'm going to be reading super chats the whole time. Y'all showing so much love. I appreciate it. All right. Made it to the bottom of the super chats. But man, look, I appreciate it. Hey, y'all support is what, and I fucked up. There's going to be a lot of unforced errors today. This camera is weird and tricky. That's why it took me a long time to get everything where I needed to be because I'm not that technologically advanced. So it's going to be a lot of unforced errors today. So be waiting on them. It's no guarantee. I can't make no promises. This camera ain't just going to shut the fuck off. But we got it started. Jalen Roddy in the building. Best morning show on the planet. We in here, baby. Man, hey, appreciate that, Jalen Roddy. Appreciate it. He said, "Did you recommend that microphone to?" Oh, he talking to DJ Kuda. No, me and Kuda talked about this mic. We talked about it. He didn't recommend this one, but he do own this one. He owned like every damn mic. So he definitely owned this mic. So we did talk about it, but I'd already bought it. Then I talked to him about it. So, and he gave me his thoughts and his review on it. Oh man. So that intro, I'm going to put that intro in a separate space. The video that's the one that's called "I Used to Be the Cleanup Man." It's like the featured video on the show. That one I'm gonna put that intro right there for that one, and then probably do like a brief commentary after the intro because that intro is some hot ass fire. It is. So yeah, I definitely want to highlight that. Something in the intro before I get into the what the fuck. Man, y'all on some bullshit. The gold digger targeting system is in effect. He can't escape it. What is he talking about? Y'all on some bullshit. Oh man. Fuck around and get me drunk in the morning. I'm going to put that intro. Yeah, I'm going to feature that intro because it's pretty damn cool. You like Kevin Samuel's younger brother, Henry, looking good. LOL. Thanks. I take that compliment. I take the compliment. Kenny Conjo in the building says, "Excellent setup, Bernard Riley. Shout out to SKC. his intro production. You are definitely setting the bar high, and fourth quarter talk will do work. Shout out to the fourth quarter talk. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. My man Cut to the Chase in the building. But shit, y'all got me forgetting what I was talking about here. Damn, now y'all get to see the confused looks on my face when I'm trying to remember what the fuck was I saying. Oh yeah. Y'all get to see all that now. That's the only thing I don't like about this. When I forget what I was about to say, that dumbass confused look, y'all get to see that now. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why I didn't want to go live. Because I don't want y'all seeing my little duh faces I make when I can't remember what I was trying to say. But no, I was talking about my intro. Let me just shout out to Cash App while I'm trying to remember what I was about to say. I was talking about my intro. It's pretty good, pretty hot fire. Aegon Stark came through. He said, salute to the high-tech manosphere. What? Salute to the high-tech manosphere cooning. Excuse me. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Damn, y'all just coming through. Peace, Brother Bernard. And damn, I missed the intro. Looking sharp, brother. That was my impression of X. Yeah, man. The intro was fire. Everybody loved it. Everybody heard your voiceover work that you did on the intro, man. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yeah, just rewind the tape and get to it. Rewind the tape and check it out. Rewind the tape and check it out. He says, keep the candles burning. Absolutely. Hey, he says, good setup. Mr. Wright says, good setup. Build it while you're flying it. You ain't lying, because I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing with all this equipment here. This camera can actually get a better picture than that, and I can get rid of that box, but it's kind of hard to do. And it's things you could do to make it to where y'all can't tell, but it's like well, I mean, not that I'm doing backflips or anything, but the motion is kind of, not in tune with how fast I'm moving. Like I'm moving it's a lot of little tweaks you can do to the camera that I'm gonna be making this even better. This picture quality can get even better. Emin Perry says that's a grown man setup. Peace, Bernard. Hey, thanks, I appreciate it. Sir Tice, watching the intro now. Wow, great intro. Yeah, I recommend you go ahead and rewind to the intro and just come back, because that intro was fire. The intro was fire. It was like damn near 5 minutes long. All right. In the intro, the thing that was in the intro that I liked, and it's something that SKC stumbled upon it when he made the intro. And real quick, wise man, he says, here's something for you and your show, my brother. Wish I could give more. Gotta work. I'll catch the replay. Peace, my brother. Hey, you don't gotta be talking about wish you could give more, man. Hey, giving anything, any support is greatly appreciated. So that I don't even want to hear all that wish I could give more stuff. Hey, I appreciate any support. Oh shit, my man, little Big Nate came through with a $20 cash app. Man, y'all are showing the love, man. I put in the work, built the studio, and y'all showing the love. Y'all showing the love. A little Big Nate, he said, salute, brother. Proud of you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Don't worry, B. I have CRS too. Can't remember. Yeah, man, I be forgetting like a motherfucker. But no, one thing I do remember is what I was trying to say here. I was trying to get to something that SKC stumbled upon when he made the intro. It was more or less that he had put a little part in there where it was a man, he was sitting next to his woman and they was kind of, arguing and, well, not arguing, but having a disagreement. It was a little intense, and one thing that and then like after when he took that off the screen of like the frustrated moment with the woman, the next thing he showed was where it essentially said red pill peace. And the reason that's important, the reason that jumped out to me, that I don't even know if he realized. See, I told y'all. What the fuck did I tell y'all? Movie recording has been stopped automatically. The maximum recording time has been reached. That is bullshit. That is some bullshit. All right, y'all got to give me a second because I got to get up and go fix this. I told y'all there's going to be a lot of unforced errors today. I'm learning how to fly this plane while it's in the air. So I got to get up and fix this. And when I get up and fix this, I got to push stop camera like that. Because the truth of the matter is, I got on a suit jacket here and a nice button up, but truth be told, I got on from the waist down. I just got my drawers on, so I'm out here like Ron Burgundy. So I gotta push stop and then get up and see if I can fix this. So I'll be right back, fellas. Hold on. You know what? I got a better idea. I'm just gonna replay the intro while I'm fixing this. That way y'all got something to look at. How about that? Now let me see. Where is that motherfucker? Yeah, I apologize. I almost went on with this setup sooner. But the reason I didn't is because it was some foreseeable unforced errors that I knew was going to happen. So I had to figure out how to work out those kinks and tweak all that shit. Now this is another one that I thought might happen. I thought I fixed the problem, but apparently I didn't. So here we are. But I'll just replay the intro because I know some new people that came in here that would like to see the intro. So, and I'm so proud of the intro. So we're gonna replay the motherfucker while I go try to see what's going on with this camera. So here we go. Well, not quite. Right there. Hide that. Push play on that. Make it full. All right, I'll be back, fellas. I'll be back.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stay. stop me. No traffic jam delay. See, I was driving over the moon in my big hot air balloon, floating high into the darkness. I hope I get there soon. There's so many things to do, so many people I need to talk to, and they've all been waiting for me. Well, I gotta make it through. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me. No traffic jam delay. Thank my stars for every green. You have no idea what it means. No, no. To a man who's always traveling, who's seen the things that I've seen. I don't know what's yet to come. Not sure of anything that I've done really makes that much difference. Well, I hope it has for some. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me. No traffic jam delay. Well, I was driving over the moon in my big hot air balloon, floating high up in the darkness. I promise that I'll make it to you very soon. Something special happened today.
All right. I'm back. We about to see how this work, how this go. There is, let's see. Let me get rid of that. All right. That bought us about 30 minutes. And the camera looked damn near crooked, but we just about to rock it out. It's a lot of little shit I got to figure out how to make it work. But either way, we rolling with it. Hopefully everybody can hear me just fine. Hopefully all of that is good. Stop that screen share. I don't need that. All right. Let me put on these. Make sure y'all can hear what I'm talking about. Everybody can hear me just fine. Well, the old school way. See if everybody can hear you. See if you can see that circle. See if you can see that circle moving up and down. Now I know I can be heard. All right. Man, I should have got a bigger screen because it's hard for me to see. It's hard for me to see y'all shit. Y'all it's hard for me to see y'all super chats. But cool. I mean, not super chats, but y'all comments. I can see the super chats because I click on those. Like I just clicked on that one right there. I can see what's going on with that. Yeah, that box around my face. I can't get rid of that today. Hopefully I can get that. Hopefully I can get rid of that tomorrow. Hopefully I can get rid of that tomorrow. It's like an extra app you gotta download so you can remove that, but still keep the autofocus to where your face is clear and everything. But it's a lot to it. It's a lot to it. Technology. I'm one of those people that need technology to just stop for roughly, I don't know, if technology could just stop for like 3 or 4 years and let me get caught up, I'll be good. But every time I try to learn technology, more technology come out, and I can't keep up with the shit. But there's an extra app I gotta download to get rid of that. And I wasn't about to not go on again today because I didn't have this figured out. So I just said, fuck it, we gonna go on and learn how to fly the plane while it's in the air. So I just decided that that's what we was gonna do, just for the sake of just getting it done, just getting on the air. So yeah, that's what it is. But y'all just saw the intro again. Hopefully you all enjoyed the intro. The part in there that I love that SKC stumbled upon, or maybe his divine infinite wisdom just knew exactly what I was thinking. Like that part where he had showed the man and the woman, arguing, they in a relationship, they arguing and all of that shit. And and he had showed that picture that everybody used of that woman like she's pulling her hair out, like she just raging out. And then he had like did something little, editing trick where it's like he like slid her off the screen and then showed the dude just completely relaxed in that piece, and it said red pill peace on the bottom of the screen. And the perception is, when you get red pill, and red pill is just understanding reality for what it is. That's all red pill is. Why does SKC sound like the Joker when he laughs? Yeah, he's quite the character, quite the oddball. Game Changer in the building. What's up, and salute to Game Changer. I saw half of that video that you did, Game Changer, where you used a clip from my show, and it looked like you said fair use, and it looked like you sped it up, dude. You don't got to you can use anything from my show anytime. Don't even ask permission. Don't got to say fair use, and don't speed it up. I noticed that, and I was like, man, why is he playing it fast? I'm not about to come at you for that, bro. Nah, come on. We on the same team. You can use any clip from my show. Yeah, you don't gotta say fair use and none of that. You good. You absolutely good. Who else drink in the morning? That's not really my thing, but every now and then. Something about when you wake up in the morning, if you just take one shot, it just hit your throat just right. But no, drinking in the morning ain't my thing. But that's what I'm doing today. But yeah, when he put that on there where it said red pill peace, I was like, man, I'm feeling that, because the perception with the red pill is you're supposed to be raging out on chicks, and you just mad, you angry, you red pill raging and all of that. And I hate that my camera is crooked and it got it looking like if I was to put a ball right here, that it would just roll downhill. That's actually not the case. Everything is like straight, but my camera is crooked and I ain't getting back up. Flying the plane, learn how to fly while I'm in the air. Fuck it. But yeah, when I got red pill, like I said, red pill is just understanding the truth of reality, just seeing reality as it is, just seeing the actual true picture of reality. That's all it is. That's all it is. And what I don't like is that the perception is that it kind of it kind of happened on my show recently. I already made fun of Black Uru for this when he came back, when the chick joined the panel, and it was like he just immediately said, "How many dicks have you sat on?" It's like that was an immediate question he asked her right out the gate. I'm like, dude, pump the brakes. But he got accused of red pill raging, and I don't buy all the hype with that, but I don't buy all the hype with that. But that is the perception that's out there, that when you're red pill, you're angry and you're mad and but no, it's like me. My first red pill moment, it had nothing to do with women. It had all to do with just it was actually related to religion, because I used to be a real strong, staunch down fundamentalist Christian. You know, had it bad. I Then I started seeing reality for what it was, and it was a brief moment when I was mad when it came to that, because I felt like, man, they beat you over the head with a Bible that they haven't even read. You know, a lot of people that's trying to, chastise you about this or that or blah blah blah. We talking about a Bible. We talking about a Bible that they haven't even read. And I, got into it and studied and did all that shit. And I was like, man, this is nothing like what they preaching about. And the facts and evidence when it comes to this shit are, questionable at best. And then I just started seeing reality when it came to religion. I was like, all the different wars and everything that's ever been fought in the name of religion, all the people. Oh, and by the way, when I was doing my when I was handling my technical issues, a lot of people came through with super chats. I saw Jockey's retro. I didn't see all of them, but I like to thank everybody for dropping those super chats. I missed a lot of them. I apologize. I was trying to handle some technical issues. I had to get up and do some shit, and I couldn't see what was happening on the screen. But a lot of y'all was still dropping super chats when I stepped away, and they lost and gone forever. But I do appreciate it, and I do get to see them when I go back. I do get to see them when I go back and check it out. But but yeah, it was wild, because um I'm sitting there thinking about how, in terms of religion, I'm looking at, the all the ancient Greek gods, and we call it mythology now and shit. But people actually fought wars and bled and died in the name of those gods. Like they did all of that for something that we call in mythology. And they had to believe it. They had to absolutely 100% believe that shit. Because otherwise they would not have been going that hard for it. They wouldn't. They wouldn't have been dying for it. So that mean in their mind they got like some spiritual feedback from it. They when they talked to their God, they felt like it was talking back. But I'm sitting there at church as a Christian thinking, wait a minute, but their God didn't exist, but they believed it that confident. September 11th, if I believe their God is some bullshit, but they believed it enough to fly some planes into a building. I'm sitting there looking at all those gods that people believed in, but here I am, the God I believe in is the one true God. So I'm sitting there like, well, if they believed it that confident, more confident than what I believe mine, but they're wrong and I'm right, but they're suffering from some mass delusion and I'm not. But wait, what makes me exempt? I know I'm not suffering from that same delusion. And right there, it's like it's like the scales was moved from my eyes, and I started looking around like, damn, this is, I had to rethink some shit. And that was like my first moment where it's like I took the red pill when it came to religion and started looking at my religion the same way I looked at every other religion. That was the first moment. I saw the matrix code, so to speak. And get out of there, Zero. but but yeah. And that was the first moment. And then when I went online and started further investigating that, they were talking about red pill back then. You know, his name was the infidel guy. He was a black dude who used to, call himself Morpheus. Like he was pulling people out of the matrix of religion. And no, that's when red pill was first a thing to me, long before people start talking about women. And so and so But you know, so when I first, it was a temporary moment of being frustrated and being real upset, but that got over with, you know, somewhat fast. And then I just had like a level of peace and understanding, you know, and that's what it reminded me of when SKC, when he made my intro, that was hot fire, hot fire. Shout out to SKC and X. X did some voiceover work on it. You know, he got that amazing voice. And when he did that voiceover work on it, he well, not when he did the voiceover work, but when SKC edited the video, see, I saw my confused face again. What was I saying? What was I saying? That's the only thing I don't like about being on camera. I get to see my confused face. When SKC did the editing job for the video, he basically he put something in there that depicted red pill in the light that I personally would like to see it depicted in. Where it's like, you want to state of peace with this shit. You ain't mad at women. You ain't angry at women. Now you know the truth. So some of the shit they do and the excuses they make for it and how they cover up, and that's what I'm going to get into when I talk about the female blame game. A lot of that shit, that will tick you off. But you personally, you at a state of peace with that shit. And that's where I'm at with it. I'm at a state of peace with that shit. With so I love that when he made my intro, he included that. He put that in there. It said red pill peace or peace and red pill, because you should be at a state of just peacefulness and that you understand the true nature of reality. You see shit how it is, not even just with women, but you're the scratch beneath the surface guy. You're the turn every rock, flip every mattress, and you know you the person that has to, you know, at least be seeking the truth. You may not always get it right. You may go down a path, a rabbit hole that don't lead to the truth, and you probably believed it while you were going down that path, but you were seeking. You know, if you're seeking, then I can look at that like you're you know, you're doing the right thing. I can definitely say that you're doing the right thing. If you're bare minimum seeking, you should be a seeker. And that's where I'm at with it. That's a part of the intro that really jumped out to me that I loved. I love the whole thing. And I'm gonna highlight the intro in a separate video. But yeah, it was definitely hot fire. And shout out to SKC and Brother X for doing that voiceover work. But shout out to SKC. No. I just said no on that Kevin Samuels part 2. What the shit that I do and the shit that I talk about on my show is I don't see it changing. So, you know, so anyway, I shouldn't even respond to your ass. But no. Yeah, gonna get me drunk in the morning. What else did I want to talk about? See, I see my confused face again. Oh yeah, female blame game. It's in the title. I watched a video by Edward Anderson. Damn it, I gotta figure this out because I cannot see. Yeah, I can barely see what y'all posting unless I click on it. That's the only way I can see it. When I said no to that Kevin Samuels, I didn't mean that in disrespect. I just mean Kevin Samuels is his own thing. He's really, in my eyes, he's creating his own sphere, his own sector, his own. Like when that algorithm hitting you that hard to where you got 5,000 people, you're in a whole nother stratosphere. Like this, like, you know, it's a whole nother thing going on over there, a whole nother sphere where he set the rules and regulations and when I say set the rules and regulations, I mean he defined the terms over there. Like when you talk about a high value man, he defined what it is, and you make the cut or not make the cut based off what he says. When he defines high value woman, he defined it. That's his shit. He created it, and it's an algorithm of people that show up every day to see it. So if they're showing up and participating in the conversation and he's leading that conversation, they by default have to accept his premises. So that's what I mean by he's creating his own sphere with his own terms and definitions, and he sets the definitions and the terms, and so he's in his own sphere, in his own stratosphere. So that's what I mean by when you say Kevin Samuels Part 2. I'm like, no. He's in a whole nother world over there. I'm a cog in the machine right now. So pump the brakes on that shit. That's what I meant by that when I said no. But yeah, the female blame game. I saw a video by Edward Anderson. I watched that the other day, and something good. Oh, speak of the devil. I think he was talking about you. I didn't see his video from the beginning, but I do believe he was talking about Sister George. I'm not 100% sure. I just saw a little bit of his video, and that was enough for me to say, I want to talk about that. He was talking about how women will blame men. And where we at? Damn, we have 40 minutes already. I'm going to open this thing up pretty soon. I'm about to make this point that I'm going to open it up pretty soon. He's talking about how women will try. It was a woman. I don't know for sure who he was talking about, but somebody tried to make the point in saying that well, black women are overweight and obese, but it's black men who promote it. And I've heard women make this argument before. I've heard them try to jump on that and try to say, oh, well, black men like them thick. And I do like a lot of ass. Don't get that twisted. But when you try to say that black men is promoting obesity, like if you're talking like a body like, let's just say Lupita versus Lizzo, I would willing to say 9.5 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10 black men are going to take Lupita's body over Lizzo. Now there is something in between that, like, I don't know, Cherokee the ass or some shit, Buffy the body. Like, okay, if you're talking about a body like that, like that's a body that, yeah, black men do promote that. Black men do like that, and they do promote that. And Buffy the body, I think at the peak of her powers, I think she was 5'6", 165 pounds. I think she may have just tipped the scale on the overweight part. So she was technically overweight with a small waist and a flat stomach. Stomach just completely flat. Probably had abs, but was probably technically overweight. You see where I'm going with that? So when we saying we like them thick and we like a lot of ass, we not talking about fat women. You know what a fat woman look like, but what I noticed in that is what women are trying to do when they do that, or trying to say that black men are promoting black women to be overweight. Is this that attempt to blame black men for some shit that you would do anyway, left to your own devices? You can't blame somebody for promoting something if left to your own devices you would do it anyway. Or you can't blame you doing something on somebody else promoting it if left to your own devices you would do that same act anyway. You would if it's the case that you would overeat because you fucking like to eat and you're fat because you like to eat, you can't then turn around and say, oh, well, it's men who like women with big booty, so the men are promoting it, so that's why black women are that way. It's like, no. That's a overtly deliberate bullshit argument. Pablo Frescobar in the building. I didn't see you when you came in, but what up, Pablo? What up? You named the show The Grown Man Hour. You did that, so hopefully I'm living up to the name with the setup. Even though my camera crooked, I need to go adjust that and got to figure out after the show how to get rid of that box. But we just gonna soldier on through it. So hopefully Hopefully, I'm living up to the name, Pablo. But yeah, you the one named the show, the Grown Man Hour. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Now that I'm in here on some grown man shit, I gotta definitely salute and shout out to you for that, because you helped create the theme of the show, so to speak, the direction I wanted to go, that I couldn't fully go there until I got on camera with the setup. Okay, Daniel Marie came through the super chat. Appreciate that. Black women use Saul Alinsky's method, which is blame others for what you do, which is in his book called Rules for Radicals. Read it if you have the time. Will do. Will do. Thank you very much for that. And thank you for the super chat. Check your cash app, Bernard. I sent something. I think a few people sent something. I was in the zone and didn't get to see it. Oh man, yeah. See, I think my man Mr. RJ came through and sent the cash app. Oh, a lot of people. Where we at? Okay, I saw Aegon Stark, Little Big Nate. Oh shit! Now I lost everything. Hold on, got to start over. This thing is touchy. It's touchy. Check over. All right. Mr. RJ came through with a super chat. He says, salute on your continued growth, brother. Thank you very much, Mr. RJ. Heard you on Kevin Samuels. Was that last night or that's the night before last? I think that was the night before last. You called in on Kevin Samuels. He says for Mr. Bowtie. No, that's ain't Mr. Bowtie, or is it? Well, somebody sent the catch up for the Bowtie Fund. Named Brandon, but I think Mr. Bowtie's name is Byron Tobert. So no, somebody else is trying to contribute to the Bowtie Fund. It's on the table. A bow tie is not off the table. I will rock a bow tie one day. One day, I will do it. Mr. D's 117 says, "Nice setup and presentation. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate it." And I already shouted out Nate. So yeah, thank y'all for those cash apps, and thank you, the Mac the Trucker. He says, "I'm late to the stream. Like the man cave, Bernard. Keep up the dope content. Will do, will do." And my man X, I think, came through with another one. At least I think I saw X. No, I didn't. You probably just saw a regular comment, super chat, and it's lost and gone forever. But once again, thanks for X for helping out with the intro, giving me that good voiceover work. If it's not black man's fault for black women's obesity, then it's their thyroid. Oh shit. That thyroid is that'd be a funny one. And keep in mind, I'm not that dude that beat up on black women, that much about their weight. I understand it. I understand the guys that do, and I'm not getting in your way. Kevin Samuels is fighting the good fight. And he come at him so hard that it's like a scale on that body mass index. It's this, like, if I don't got the exact numbers in front of me, but you got like 25 pounds. I think you got like 25 pounds of where you, like, if you're like underweight versus when you get into the realm of healthy weight before you get to overweight. So a lot of black women, they like to say they not overweight because they like right on that edge of, of what the healthy weight but not quite overweight is. And I'd be like, yeah, they good. Even if they go a little, 5-10 pounds over, they good. But no, Kevin Samuels like to tell them that no, you have to be at the bottom end of the overweight to the point to where if you lose 10 pounds, you lose 5-10 pounds, you're gonna be underweight. I'm like, damn. He like, he ain't giving it. A chick said she was 5'9". He was like, you need to be 135. I'm like, whoa, 5'9", that's kind of tall. 5'9", I thought a 5'9", 175 ain't bad, but Kevin Samuels ain't playing. But I'm not gonna get in that man's way because why? He's fighting a good fight. Because black women do need to lose weight. So I'm not gonna give any critique of any man who's fighting that fight. Please fight the fight. But yeah, that's just not my personal thing. But when I hear a bullshit argument, I can't help but respond. I do got to respond to bullshit arguments when I hear them. And so what I felt like, and what I gathered from that, when Ed said that somebody was talking about how black women are overweight because black men promote it. If it's something that you would do anyway, left to your own devices, you can't blame somebody else on it. It's like if black men, let's just say, for example, black men promote, promiscuity among women. Okay. A black woman can't then turn around and say that she's, being promiscuous and overeating because black men promote it. Because you see the pushback we get when we try to promote something that y'all don't want to do. We promote, being submissive and being cooperative and bare minimum easy to get along with in a relationship, normal shit. We get the pushback when something this product is promoted that y'all don't want to do. But in the event that, it's something that you would do anyway, like if being promiscuous and overeating. Yeah, eat whatever you want whenever you want and fuck any guy that gets your pussy wet. Those are things left to your own devices that you would probably do anyway. You can't then turn around and blame black men for you doing that if it's something easy to do that you enjoy. If a woman got married at 22 to a guy who was committed to her, and she probably had friends, if not older women, saying, "No, girl, live your life. Go do this, go do that." But she's, bit the bullet more or less and said, "You know what? No, I'm going to get married. It's the right thing to do. I want children. I want children in the context of a marriage, and I want to do it the right way." And if it is the case that her culture promotes that, something that's actually uncomfortable, because it's something freeing about being a woman and being able to be free and make your own little money, just enough to pay bills and eat food and fuck who you want and fuck who you don't and have a good time. That's easy. That's free. That's freedom. Marriage is not freedom. So if somebody does something that's hard and uncomfortable, but then says their culture promotes it, then I'll say, okay, yeah, she's following the dictates of a culture. But if it's something in that culture that's easy to do, to overeat and fuck people, can't turn around and blame black men for that. A black man can't make the argument and say that a black man can't turn around and make the argument and say that that hey, I'm out here fucking a lot of women because hey, that's what the culture promotes and this or that. And to some degree, yeah, it does. But left to his own devices, he likes getting pussy, so he would get pussy anyway. And there it is again. All right, so I think I know what I got to do to figure that out to get that from happening. But I'm about to drop the link right now, so we about to come up and have a conversation about the female blame game, where they try to blame anything they possibly can, anything and anyone they possibly can on the things that they do. The link in the chat, and I'm going to make another attempt at getting rid of that. I know what I got to do to get rid of it indefinitely. I know what I got to do to get rid of that indefinitely, but it's going to be an on and off thing with this show. With this show is going to be on and off. Learning how to fly the plane while it's in the air. And look at that. Look at that. All right. Sun is hot, Ross. Sir Tyson just came up. What's up? Salute to you. Well, hang on for a second. Let me Let me deal with this. Let me deal with this. Judge Zilla in the building. I see you in the back chat coming up. Donnell says, like to set up Bernard. Thank you very much for that. Oh, so that was you. Huh. She says, I was trying to say that black men love thick women. The other lady said high value men tend to prefer skinny women. Okay. I don't know how that negates anything that I said, because I broke down very clear that if a man has to choose between a body like Lupita and a body like Lizzo, they're going to choose Lupita 10 out of 10 times. Now, if you say a body like Lupita and a body like Buffy the Body, okay, now there's, it comes down to taste and preference. But that taste and preference for Buffy the Body has nothing to do with women walking around fat that ain't built like Buffy the Body. So to try to conflate those things is just to be on some deliberate bullshit, playing the blame game, trying to blame somebody else for the fuckery that you would freely engage in left to your own devices. Sister George, you've been in these conversations long enough. You know better. You know better. Like, come on. Come on. Like, can we just have a come to Jesus moment with you? I mean, you just be willfully saying bullshit that you know is bullshit when you say it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Sir Tice in the building. I'm about to go and fix that problem one more time so I could be on camera. So but go ahead and speak and do your thing and say what you got to say. And Judge and Perfect Billis, I can respond to him at any moment. I'm going to be kind of stepped away, but I'll be able to hear everything. I'm going to go try to fix my camera one last time, and then I have to do the rest off the air. I have to do it.
All right. Well, that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about.
Go ahead, Sir Tice. You got it. You got. Wait, hold on. If you're talking, I can't hear you because I don't got my.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, no, yeah, you were able to be heard. I just didn't have my earpiece in, but now I got it in.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
Go ahead. You got it.
All right, first of all, kudos to the new setup. Shout out to Teapot Zave on the intro and SKC on the fantastic editing and imagery. I want to especially point out, I love the fact he didn't use any celebrities and all that. Those were real black people in that. So to this topic, and shout out to the panel, shout out my man Judge and Perfect Billis. Perfect, you just said something to a reply to a chat that I was going to speak on, and this whole game on this European standard. And I had made a point. I'm saying, well, if that's the case, then how come people like Thelma from Good Times, Pam Grier, and those type of women fit into this weight range
perfectly back then, man?
Exactly. Okay, this whole bullshit about black men love women thick. No, broke niggas love women super thick. There's a big difference in loving a chick with TNA versus TNA combined with stomach. I don't understand why this is so damn hard. Now, I don't want to hog up too much of it or what have you. I'll just simply say this. Oh, to Bernie's example with Buffy the Body, she's even a trainer right now. And she looks much different than when she was on those King, I think it was King magazines that she was on. She recognized, you know what? This ain't healthy. I think it's very simple. Men, we have to face the face of judgment, okay? Hey, you don't have enough money to drive this vehicle that you think you want. So either you're going to have to accept what you can accept or work on this. With women, it's somebody else's fault. So it's somebody else's fault that you don't want to walk in the morning or that you have to eat just as many wings as your man that you fucking at the time. You know, where does this? And I want to say last thing. One of the number one complaints is it's the hair. Do you know how many women I see, black women that do work out, whether they in braids or they just take extra care of their hair? Why is this suddenly an issue now? And I'll let it pass. Oh, but again, the blame game is just basically not willing to deal with what that person does not want to address within themselves. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
No, man.
I'll take this on real quick if you will. It'll take me less than 30 seconds. I'll throw it to you, but perfect.
All right.
First, I'll take my responsibility.
Here we go.
Look, I understand. Look, so okay, I just want to apologize, to the brothers out there for my responsibility, for my role in this. I do have a habit of hiding my penis in pound cakes, and then to trick women into doing what I want them to do with them.
That's two different things, though. That's two different things.
But no, again, look, okay, European standard of beauty, because of the overwhelming population, of obese women in Africa. Oh, that's right. Because in Africa, the overwhelming percentage of women of the population are overweight, right?
Exactly. And no. I know what you're saying. Having been to Ghana, that's the other little point I tell people, like, okay, so explain the average size of a woman in Ghana here. I mean, they actually have more of a case of being black than many of the American women, or what people some call ADOS. Continue.
Black women or women in general will hold things that are out of a man's control, like their height, against them. Yet they're not to be held responsible for their elbow, their wrist, and their mandible, and their lack of willingness, to step off the couch.
You don't like that
because these women work so hard that they can't help but gain weight.
I thought you.
Hey, hold on. You said their elbow.
God damn everything.
Are you talking about like? Hold on. Are you talking about like the old grandmama, big mama elbow?
No. That's the under fat. That's the tricep fat. No. See. What we fail to realize, gentlemen, is much like chastity belts. We forget our role in this. That all of the men who strapped forks and spoons to these women's hands and lock them down so that they don't have any choice but to eat the poor food that we put in front of them. And you know how we lock the doors and don't let them order fitness equipment?
Right.
Hey, can I jump in real quickly on that?
We're just slapping salad and fruit and vegetables out of their hand every time they try to eat it.
Exactly. Yeah, not like you. Wait a minute. You guys don't do that? Because I know I do that.
Hey, Melody, thank you for
the hell you do with that broccoli, man? What's the Twinkies I bought you?
Yeah.
Real quick, easy. Melody, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody who came through on the super chat and the Cash App. I know I missed some of them, but I like to shout out everybody who came through. Appreciate all the love and support today, man. Y'all really showing it. So I just want y'all to know I don't take it for granted. And I got to get a bigger monitor because unless I click on something, I really can't see it unless I click on it. So I'm not watching the chat at all. So the only way I can see what you're saying is if you super chat it, or if I just arbitrarily decide to click on it, like I just did right there for the wealthy firefighter. But hey, I appreciate everybody though. Appreciate everybody.
Hey, man. Look, bro. Yeah. Okay, now the comment that I made that Sir Tice was referring to, I said something along the lines that this whole thing of the European standard of beauty is pretty much black men. I mean black women's, and I guess you can also say goddamn irrational black men as well. It's basically their way of taking away the responsibility from black women of having to manage their weight.
Wait, hold on. SKC, do not work with Sister George. Whatever she was going to pay, I'll just pay. I'll pay you to not work with her. Don't do it. Do not do an intro for her. Do not help them. I'm just playing.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so man, this whole thing of the European standard of beauty. No, man, that's an excuse conjured up in their mind to, I guess, to them it absolves them of the responsibility of having to manage their weight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the women say that shit, and irrational men say that. I mean, now saying that, the way I see it, them saying that is a lot similar, to me saying something along the lines of, well, you expected me to go out there and do what I can to get a high paying job. Well, that's the European standard of providing. So I shouldn't have to go out there and do that then. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's Perfect. About like me saying that. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Again, I've done this. I've done this informal survey. I've done this fucking informal survey. How many women? How many men love weave.
Weed.
How many men are pushing their women to wear weave? I mean, outside of Bernard Riley, but you know,
I'm not necessarily.
he just facilitates the transaction.
Yeah. I feel it. I don't
like almost to the point. Like less than 5% of men say that they like their women in weave.
You mean you've never filled out a survey that said you like weave and them damn big ass eyelashes? I mean,
and especially the multicolored weave. Like no, you look fabulous in a blonde. You look fabulous as a blonde with fucking straight hair, even though you're just as dark as this fucking background. Like, come on.
Wait, hold on real quick.
Hey, but no, something. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on real quick. Yeah, hold your thoughts. Sister George, I see you in the back chat. I'm not bringing you up to date. The first day in the man cave, I'm not letting the woman up to date. Not personal. I be talking a lot of shit to you, but we cool. That's just a running gag in the show. When you show up, I talk shit to you. But you ain't coming up to date. That part is serious. But yeah. But Carrie, yeah, go ahead. Perfect had a question.
Yeah, so I know you mentioned. This is off topic. This is more so. So what are you doing to like? Because it looks like you directly have like the camera's preview screen showing. So what's because I had that same camera, the Canon MS50. Is that what you're using?
I got the Canon M50.
Yeah, M50. M50. Yeah. So currently, what do you? So what do you have the FPS on the frames per second and the shutter speed set on?
Nigga, I don't know.
Okay, so check this out, bro. Check this out. So as a rule of thumb, it kind of like help you out like with the image quality and those things. You want to get you a of course a streaming platform. Cause I have no idea why it's showing the actual previews. The actual live.
I watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to get rid of it. They say with this camera, it actually is difficult. So it's not 100% just me.
Yeah.
Because it's a separate app. I forgot what it's called. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to remember what it's called. It's a separate app that you can download, and then I'll be able to get rid of certain shit, and then you got to download a separate app to get rid of that square.
I never saw that one. But in order to let me say one more thing. But in order to increase your image quality, what you want to do, like let's say for instance, if you have the 1080, let's say it's on there. Let's say if it's 50 frames per second. You want your shutter speed to be 100. That way you get the highest image quality.
Okay.
But look, you don't have to worry about that, Bernard. Look, do not hold yourself up to European standards of cinematography.
Man, you know what? For real.
You know what? That is some white man shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Equivalent to what they're doing, though.
Yeah. You know what, bro? That is some white man shit, bro.
Hold on, you're talking to me. Hold on, you're talking to me about how to legitimately up my game and up my quality and all of that. And
I forgot, bro. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, bro. Yeah, that's right. I forgot, bro. Let me bring my bad. We niggas over here, bro. I forgot. My bad.
Man, good shit, man. Good shit. Man.
Stay struggling, man.
The fact that you took the lens cap off is enough.
Right.
Right.
But what they'll say is all y'all doing is just complaining for clicks and views. How come you never helped anyone? So I guarantee you, everyone on this panel and many in the chat will agree with this, that they've tried to bring someone to the gym, or they've tried to suggest, hey, maybe you shouldn't eat this in the morning. I'm an expert on fasting, okay? So matter of fact, I'd love to talk with you about doing a show about that, Bernard, but that's another story right now. Do you know how many things, custom plans, meal plans I've written for females? And I'm like, so how's it going? Well, I couldn't do it. I said, well, I gave you a support thing. You can reach out to me. Well, this bakery or whatever, but even going to the gym, sometimes it's like, hey, why don't you come with me to the gym? Wear something that you can potentially work out in. They're sitting watching you, So the point is that it's not just us just talking about them. We have tried. And let me add one more thing. I also think, and this is a dirty thing to say, I also think that this is a class issue. If you want to use that BGS octane scale, I rarely ever see 92s having this conversation, okay? This is a 87 and below conversation. Anyone else, to me, it's a tell. Maybe an 89 if you know his octane theory. Thoughts?
Oh,
Hey,
look, like
man. Let me piggyback off that.
I put myself on the line here. Look, I've been using those condoms from Hostess.
You back on this, Judge.
Man, let me piggyback on what he was saying, though, man. Because I mean, I came on here like last week. I mean, I pretty much ran down my whole history, my whole weight struggles, some years ago. We already done all that. I gave a rundown with that. So after that, man, you meet these women and stuff who struggle with their weight and stuff, and because I eventually learned, the ins and outs of it, inside out. So it's like, okay, you say that you don't want to look this way and you want to take the weight off. Okay, cool. Been there, done that. So I break it down to a science form, so much so to where I get their statistics, height, weight, age, all that stuff, and tell them exactly what they need to do. And they come up with every excuse in the damn book to why they can't damn do it. I mean, only thing I hadn't done yet is just fucking made the food for them. But aside from that, I broke it down to a science. And here we go.
Bro,
I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm like, so basically, you don't want to get it done then. So you want to look the way you fucking look, and then afterwards, and because men don't like it, now you want to come with this bullshit to try and shame men into liking what you know good and goddamn well they really don't.
Hold on, Judge. I know you want to give a shout out to your archway jokes or what have you, But what you just said, perfect. I would take somebody with me, and this isn't an attack per se, but just, like we would go to the farmer's market. We would do a whole Sunday of doing meal prep and, videotaping it, them doing it on their social media so they have that kind of accountability, and still fell off, I mean, when Kevin Samuel said they need a lot of them who think like this need therapy, I'm in 1000% agreement. I'm not a professional on that level.
But look, you guys act like produce sections are easy to get to.
Man.
I mean, come on, like I literally ate 2/3 of. I yesterday I had 2 salads. I literally ate 2/3 of a head of iceberg lettuce.
Listen, man, but
turn green.
It's hard. It's hard to prepare meals. Like you act like you can just go into a produce section and you act like it's easy to prepare produce. Like you don't have to just slice it up and put it in a container and or on a plate and just eat it. Come on.
Let me ask you this, Judge, because the argument that being healthy is expensive, eating healthy foods, and like my whole thing is bananas are pretty damn cheap, celery is pretty cheap, all that stuff is cheap, and
that's a cop out, man.
One part of being healthy, eating healthy, is eating less. So why is it that I don't understand that? How did that even get started? That it costs more to eat healthy.
I'm gonna tell you how.
It costs more to eat unhealthy, because if you're eating unhealthy, chances are you're eating more. You're buying more food and you're eating more food.
Beyond Burger. What's up with fake vegan foods? The stuff that resembles.
I'm gonna tell you how, bro.
Go ahead.
No, because I mean, people have this idea that if you want to be healthy, everything has to be organic, raw, grass-fed, etc. If you want to be healthy, I mean, truth be told, if you just go and get the conventional foods, but the right kinds of foods, but like Bernard said, see, people want to they want to skip over this shit, the whole eating less part, because that's significant. Because I always tell people, like, the problem with Americans when we talk about health problems, it's not so much that Americans eat the wrong kind of food per se. It's the fact that Americans eat too goddamn much. That's the problem, for the most part.
There's a shortcut to that. There's a shortcut to that. Again, no, this time I'm being serious. I'm not being facetious, right? And this is what I tell everybody. There's a shortcut to fucking that. Eat whatever you fucking want. If first you eat a fucking third of a head of a lettuce.
I hear you on that.
Iceberg lettuce is one of the few foods out there, right? Because it's okay.
Negative calories is what you're
negative saying. Calories. It takes more calories to burn, to burn off, to digest. Excuse me, rather. That's the question. That's the appropriate. It takes more calories to digest iceberg lettuce than it takes that you get from eating it.
Yeah.
So
So basically,
it's just fiber and water.
But
It's just fucking fiber and water.
Hey,
So
Bernie,
you can have fried chicken. You can eat damn near your limit. But if you're a really big person, eat half a head of lettuce. If you're what they call thick, which is still fucking fat. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But it's still fucking fat. Thick is obese. Like, I don't know. I don't understand where you guys get these new definitions for fucking shit. But, and I know it's been around for, it's not new. It's been around since the 60s and 70s, right? It used to be called, up into the 80s, it got called thick, but it used to be called healthy before then, but that's not right.
Wait, hold on.
It just became healthy when the AIDS came through.
Time out. How long has the term thick been around?
Since the 80s.
Thick. Well, no, I'll say thick came through in like the 90s because it was healthy. It was healthy in the 80s because it was in contrast to AIDS.
See,
if somebody was heavier, then it was supposed to be an indicator that they didn't have the virus.
I started hearing that in the late 80s, and it was, you didn't want to call them fat, but they definitely weren't fit per se, but they weren't, that was the tipping scales.
But it wasn't as much as a fat shaming and body positivity back then.
Okay,
right?
Because there weren't as many fat women.
So back then you called the fat person fat. So
they were European back then.
In my estimation, the term thick didn't come in based off everything I've seen, because in the early 90s, when Baby got back, you go look at that video. Those women are not what we would consider thick today.
Not at all.
No, nowhere near it.
Bernie,
right.
So
thick. Hold on, thick didn't become a thing to me until like around early 2000s. That's when the asses just got out of control. And I will
listen to the measurements he gave.
Time out. Good. That's a good point. Hold your thought on that. NASA's got out of control in the early 2000s. I'm going to make it very clear. I like a lot of ass. I mean, I can't help it. But the term thick, I didn't see it actually being used and applied like it's applied today until early 2000s. Because even we would consider a woman with a big butt back then, she was just really a normal sized woman with just a little bit extra back there, just a little bit extra.
I'm not going to pretend that I know women's sizes very well, but I do know that if the average, I don't know when Obsidian says, this is not a knock against Obsidian when he says the average size.
Time out. God damn it. God damn. Okay, let me explain this. I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. If you look up Draymond Green, he's from Saginaw, Michigan. Damn. I get called Draymond Green all the time out here, man. And I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take for somebody on camera to fucking call me Draymond Green. And God damn it, you did it, Darth Slaughter.
Yeah.
God damn. And I resent that because I don't think I necessarily look like him. It's a few people I get accused of looking like, a few celebrities I get accused of looking like. You
could probably get some free stuff off that, though.
I don't know. But Normally it's white people. Normally, like
that's what I'm saying. You could probably get some free stuff off that.
The first 10 people that ever said I look like Draymond Green, they was white. Don't that many black people say it, but white people, like when I'm sitting down, I ride by in a car, they're like, "Hey, Draymond Green," but I mean, they know I'm not him, but they jokingly say that all the time. So goddamn.
Hey, Mark Macon?
Oh yeah. I've actually played basketball against him after he was out of the NBA when He was out of the NBA and he he had a gut and he was just at the little community center, just got in the game of pickup ball. He out there old with a gut and still 10 times better than everybody.
Man, dude lost a 3-point contest to Kevin Hart one time, bro. Look. Did you see that shit?
Mark Macon did?
No, Draymond Green lost a 3-point contest to Kevin Hart, bro.
Draymond can't shoot.
I mean, Shaquille O'Neal would lose a free throw contest to Kevin Hart. So,
speaking of which,
if Kevin Hart was shooting backwards,
Real quick. Sister George, thank you for the super chat. She said,
Man, let me stop
Judge
talking
Zilla
shit.
is right. That's what I was trying to convey.
Oh.
I don't even remember exactly what he said.
Well, no,
But
you were talking about Baby Got Back, right? Listen to the measurements he gives in that song.
And that's what I want to build
get
up.
on that. Get on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me get on this one.
Get on. Wait. What was the measurements? It was like 30. What was it?
34, 20, 34, 24, 36.
That's barely a size 6.
Okay, I don't know women's sizes that well, but I remember.
I don't either, but I do know that's normal size. Because when women got them big asses, they be over 40 inches, you know, with them real big asses. That Instagram model went out and paid for it ass. They be over 40 inches, 45 inches, sometimes 50 inches.
That sounds
like that was a normal size woman he was talking about in Baby Got Back.
That sounds.
Let's keep in mind today, bro. Oh, go ahead.
And keep in mind, hold on, time out. I need a 20-second timeout. 20-second timeout. She's saying that's what I was trying to convey, talking about the Baby Got Back thing. But in Baby Got Back, he wasn't talking about fat women. And even when the asses got out of control with Buffy the Body in, early 2000s, around 2006, she still, even at the peak of her powers, even though she wasn't body mass index, had a completely flat stomach. And like Sir Titan mentioned, she does workout videos. At least that was the last thing I saw her doing.
No, she still does.
She was legitimately one of those women, and even Kevin Samuels pointed this out, that some women that work out, they can carry that extra weight because they work out, they got muscle or it's in the right spots. That's not what anybody is talking about when they're talking about fat. And keep in mind, I'm not that dude that just beats up on women for being overweight. I'm not that guy. I just was pointing out that that the blame game, trying to blame black men. And when I started to talk about that, I didn't know it was you that Edward Anderson was talking about. So you clearly guilty. you clearly was one he was talking about when he said a woman was trying to blame black men for black women being overweight because black women promote it. But actually, we like curves, we like ass, we like titties, we like
curves, not rolls.
Yeah, this was just to build on what Judge and Perfect had said about this phony ass European standard comment. And I remember in Tribe Called Quest, I didn't remember the exact numbers, and Bonita Applebaum, I had to look at the lyric, but he says 38, 24, 37. Now I don't know what that equates to a size, but I know for a fact it's definitely not a 16 to 18, which is the average size of the average woman over 35 this day. So
it's definitely not 175 fucking pounds.
You realize in boxing that's a light heavyweight. Okay,
that's what I'm trying to say.
In boxing, you said a light heavyweight is
175. Yes, and then the 190 that goes to cruiserweight. Then after 200, that is a heavyweight.
And then anything beyond 230 is super heavyweight.
Bro.
Yeah,
but man, look. When you look at those so-called thick eye candy models who were around back in the early 2000s, like your Buffys, your Melissa Fords, and I forgot the other ones, but But anyways, you look at the ones compared to today who call themselves thick. Buffy and them would actually look small in comparison to the ones we see today.
Why are we pretending? Why are we pretending like Jet Magazine didn't fucking exist?
Shit! Game over. Game over on that one.
We used to call Beyonce thick.
Yep, that's my point. That's my point.
We used to call Beyonce,
but today she looks just regular size. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, I watched that Black is King, and some of them shots she looked like she getting a little bit of that thickness back. She was
no. I mean, like her frame back then. When you look at those pictures now,
yeah, she was like regular. She was probably still a size 6.
What is she now? 3 kids deep?
Yeah, 3 kids deep, but she's managed to keep her, stomach flat, and she's got a little more thighs now. So she's looking good. She's looking more like what I like now.
3 kids deep, and she started having kids in her 30s, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
we haven't addressed how a lot of these bubble butts or whatever aren't real, and they weren't real in the 2000s. Okay, and
wait, hold on. Time out. I gotta say this. I want to be officially on the record. When it comes to them fake asses, I've crossed over. Y'all can fight me on this one. Excuse me. I don't say is it real or fake. I say it either look good or it don't. Now some of them got them little still got skinny legs with all that ass sitting on top of it, and I'm like, no, that was a bad surgery job. He should have advised you, given the size of your legs, your hips, your thighs, you just need to I'm just gonna take a little fat out of your stomach and just put just a little extra pop right there in your ass. But you don't need to get just ass falling out the chair ass. You don't.
What happened?
You know,
what happened doing squat?
But the ones who, I mean, I understand where you're going, but it's some that got fake asses that some Instagram models who have admitted to having the surgery, but looking at them, I'm like,
it's proportion. What you saying?
There you go. It's proportioned and the shit look good. So I've been converted over to this. When it comes to fake anything on a woman, it either look good or it don't. I'm not tripping about real or fake. It either look good or it don't. Now there are the ones that let's go back to the fake hair and the fake lashes and all of that shit. When they take all of that shit off, how do they look? That's an issue. Now if y'all just hooking up and fucking and she show up with some long weave and some fake eyelashes and a pound of makeup on and she did all that to try to make herself look good while she come suck your dick, as a guy you shouldn't complain about that. But if that's your woman and you about to see her with all of that washed off and she looking like a goddamn no eyelash, no eyebrow alien with no fucking got a damn Sonic the Hedgehog headline and hairline and shit, if she looking like that, then no, then you can't be with her. But for that short-term hooking up shit, she came over looking good. So I will say that there's a time and place for do it look good or do it not. And I'm like that with fake titties and fake ass and all of that.
It look good in pictures though, because a lot of them are using filters. I mean, kind of related to the title of this stream, I'm sure you've seen in social media, which I think people should take a detox from at times, but that's another topic. When you see those makeup transformations, or even the looking at your entertainers who with or without makeup, and you're like, damn, they look worse than a regular person. It's like you'll be called the hater for just calling that out, those witchcraft transformations.
Man, now you're getting into my realm now, bro, because I tell people this all the time on here, like, dude, I am a photographer. I mean, it's more like it's more like a side business, but I am a photographer and I do, professional photo retouching. Now, I work with a lot of Instagram models. And I'm gonna tell you, man, take very little of what you see on there seriously. I tell you that because I have reshaped some bodies completely. I have made motherfuckers look flawless. I've done all that. You know what I'm saying? You put the makeup on them, they look one way. And, see, them and the makeup is one thing. But then when I do the photo editing, that takes it even further. So like I said, I've done flawless skin. I've completely reshaped bodies and all kind of stuff to where you can't even tell, you know what I'm saying? Unless you saw them in person. So take that stuff, take it with a grain of salt. And in fact, Sister George, me and her, we're actually connected on Facebook, and she can vouch for what I'm telling you.
You seen Instagram versus reality?
Look,
basically, it's two different things, bro.
Yeah, no. I'm saying you. There's a page called Instagram.
Oh, I never saw that one.
Yeah,
David Copperfield made the Queen Mary disappear.
You lost me on that one, Judge. I'm sorry. That's over.
It's an illusion.
Oh,
it's an illusion made for cameras. There are things that that you can turn bodies and cameras at certain angles to make things look different than what they actually are.
Hey, I love it when engaged women come into a male space dropping their measurements. Dating music. I'm 36, 29, 42, and I'm fine as fuck. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
But again, why are we pretending like there's not footage of women, like from news stations and everything else, doing man on the street interviews? Like we can't see the women that are walking around out there. Like we can't see the women that are in the audience as Sally Jesse Raphael.
Man, now here's what it comes down to.
Those women don't look like the same women. Don't look like the same women in the audience now.
See, bro. Now let me say this also now, because again, you're gonna have some people say, well, y'all are trying to force what y'all want a woman to look like on everybody else. And look.
You're not talking about that.
Look. it's
Wait,
more
hold
of a
on,
way.
time out. Mr. Information Man was up on the screen. I didn't salute and shout out Information Man. Thank you for dropping that super chat. Appreciate that. All right, carry on.
Oh no, I
Perfect.
was just saying,
Perfect. After you say it, I'm gonna give you direct pushback. So
yeah.
come with it.
No, no, I was just gonna say, man, to the ones who say, well, you're trying to force me to look a certain way, my weight and this and that. I'm like, look, man. At the end of the day, you don't have to do a goddamn thing. You don't have to lose no weight, none of that shit. But I mean, because truth be told, yeah, there is somebody out there, who will like you for whatever it is that you look like, yeah. But the thing is, you obviously don't want those people. You know what I'm saying? Who you obviously don't want them. So you want the people that you want to accept you for who you are, but they obviously don't accept you. So either you take those people who will take you for who you are, or hell, make the changes you need to make. But you can't do both. You can't force nobody to want you, and you can't also stay the same if that's not what they want. I'm just saying.
But Lizzo and Lizzoites, right?
Oh shit.
Which again, I put every woman above 200 pounds in. Every woman who's above 200 can demand that they have an athletic man with washboard abs.
They can demand all they want, no different than you can demand.
Lizzo can pay me though.
But can you produce something that's worth that your $1 million demand? You know what I'm saying?
No, what I'm saying is the double standard.
Oh no,
Yeah, basically.
I'm agreeing
Yeah.
with you. But let me add this, because they say you see how they're just fixated on weight in this. I was looking at the title again to make sure I said this correctly in context. I've even heard that, like when I've said, hey, the reason why the kids are the way they are is because many of them are growing up with a single parent home with no male influence whatsoever, no strong man influence, and we're blamed for that. I'm like, wait a minute. So why aren't you being the cleanup man for these kids that you didn't create, that you don't even live in the same neighborhood, that you set a program up for, and they come in with all this mouth and shit? It's like I've told the story on this panel before, I think Bernie, but I remember when I coached baseball one year, and these kids would show up late, and I would just have their ass running. Like, okay, you keep showing up late. I would put the scrubs on the field, and then the mothers were coming at me. We pay all this money for our kids to play. We don't come to watch them on the bench. I said, I'm trying to teach these guys a valuable lesson. You can't practice late or what have you, and you're going to earn your stripes. They revolted to basically get me removed from the job. I'm like, I'll do you one better. I quit, and I couldn't do anything with them. And I won't get into what most of those kids later become, but you can understand it. But we're blamed for even that, even when we do want to volunteer our time.
Hey, General, hold on real quick.
That's
General,
crazy.
I just saw your email, General. I'm emailing you the link right now. I don't know why you can't take it from the chat, but I'm trying to send the email send the link through the email. But okay, carry on. Yeah, I just want to let General know that I did see it.
All the excuses that are given. Number one, black men have zero say in the fucking fashion. Black straight men have zero say in the fucking fashion industry. Zero fucking say. Straight black men have zero to say in the cosmetic industry. Black men have zero to say that are afforded zero input on what because again, look, I don't know dudes that are clamoring for women to have fake eyelashes, fake fucking nails, fake fucking hair, like that are clamoring for women to not exercise, that are clamoring for women to continue to get larger.
I gotta hear the photographer perspective.
What's that?
No, you're doing the photoshopping. This is not negative against you, by the way. It's photoshopping and all this that has to cater to some market, does it not? Or is it just their validation that they're seeking? I mean,
the thing about it, these are people who are usually paying for their own projects, so that's really all that is to me.
Oh, I was just wondering what the output was. Like, okay.
Oh, what the output.
Yeah.
See, the thing about it is, again, these are usually people who are paying for, they want pictures of themselves. Maybe they're trying to submit them to a modeling agency or something, or maybe they want it for their own portfolio at times. Maybe it's something personal, but that's usually what they want, though. Now, as far as like what impact it has on the industry, truth be told, I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, shit! You talk about critical when they go to that modeling agency with them AirTouch photos or airbrush photos, they will be corrected. I've seen.
Oh well, yeah.
Okay.
That part I understand, because like some of them they will say, how can I put this? They may want like some lighter edited photos and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, for those kind of purposes. But then they may want the heavily edited photos for their own personal use.
No,
no, gay men and
SW1,
women get a pass.
Oh shit.
Sorry about that.
SW1, no, you good. I had nothing to say. I was just shouting out a super chat. SW1, thank you for the super chat. And I think I missed somebody else that somebody else came through, and I think I missed. Oh, there we go. That was right there. He says, "Oh shit, your boy is cammed up, professional." He says hashtag SYSBM. Thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate that.
Man, put the suit on and everything, man.
What'd you say?
They're gonna put the suit on and everything, huh?
Oh yeah,
half of it.
Had to. Yeah, half of it.
Got shorts on. You got shorts on underneath.
No, I got the underwear I slept in on underneath. Yeah.
I did make a comment that you missed. I said you got a suit jacket tucked into a leather thong.
Oh, God damn.
No, man. Come on.
Hey, I'll do the same thing, though.
General, I sent you the link, General, and Platinum want that link now. So, okay.
I'm going to go ahead and jump off, though, bro.
We're about to get into it with Platt coming up here.
Yeah, no, it's just fucking all the excuses to blame. Like again, the blaming of the men for these decisions, as if the men wouldn't want the alternatives. Oh, I'm big because men only pay attention to me when I'm big. Get the fuck out of here.
It's a quality of men, as I said.
Man.
This is more to me of a class issue. I don't really deal with those type of women. I just hear the sentiments in social media, and usually it's usually said by somebody with a neck up photos or a bunch of neck up photos and things of that nature. What you got, Platt?
Well, you ever see them chicks that take the picture where they put the camera all the way up there?
that's what I said. Neck up and chin down.
It looked like it's taken from a skydive.
I got fucking drones taking pictures of y'all trying to hide shit.
And them be the ones posting memes to my goddamn a real man likes a woman with all of those crazy ass shit, man.
Hey man,
that be them ones.
When I
man, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here though, bro. Y'all have it.
That's perfect.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
Yep. No problem.
It's because I'm using a fisheye lens.
No, but check it out, man. When I said before, because I talked about before how somebody just sent. I think my man Complex Design just sent the Cash App for the Henny Fund. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. What I said before, damn, what was I about to say? See, now you're getting my confused face. Shit. Oh yeah, when I was on Tinder, I spent like 2 years just on Tinder, just swiping my ass off. Met a lot of women on there. When you go on Tinder, I haven't been on there in a while. I haven't been on there in 2 years, 3 years probably. I've been on there in a while. The women on there, those pictures where they taking it from up here to where you can't see nothing but face, cleavage, and maybe their feet, but it's strategically taken to where they blocking out the whole mid area. Mm-hmm. Those pictures are in abundance on Tinder. I mean abundance. That's
the pictures where they're laying on the back.
Oh yeah, those two. Yeah, gotta lay on the back. Yeah. They all of those pictures are in abundance on Tinder. But anyway, we got my man.
Before Platt say, funny how they learned all the photographic tricks, but haven't learned how to do a pull up or push.
Yeah. They learned how to take the picture on the back. They learned how to take the picture on their belly. They learned how to take the picture from up high, but they won't repeat those in sets.
Oh, shit, I had to stretch. Go ahead, Platt. What's going on, man?
What's up with you, bro?
What up?
I sort of disagree, though, man. I like them when they put all that makeup and lashes and brows and lipstick and all that shit, foundation, cover up all the black marks and shit. And a cute fat bitch got a lot of weight amongst especially black men in the hood, man. Now I know what people say on YouTube. I know what they say, and I know what people say, but that's not what they practicing. They're not practicing what they preaching, man. A cute fat bitch gonna get a lot of attention from black men.
Well, let me say this, Platinum, because hold on, time out. Platinum is more or less strictly into short-term dating, casual sex. He ain't committed to no chicks. He ain't in no relationship. And I say this to a lot of dudes. If you ain't in no relationship with a woman and you just hooking up with her, and I just said this not too long ago before he came on. If all you doing is just fucking and hooking up, you shouldn't care that she's putting on a bunch of fake shit to make herself look good when she come to your house to suck your dick. Like, I mean, because you just temporarily just kicking it. So if you want some temporary kicking this shit, you shouldn't be complaining that much about the whole makeup thing. The problem comes in if you try to fuck around and get in a relationship with that chick after a few months, and then you see her with the mask off for the first time, and it's like, whoa, you know, who the fuck are you? You know, that happens. It was I know a story of a woman who she made it all the way to the threshold. She got married. Husband never saw her actual hair. I don't know how that dude allowed that to happen, but it happened.
Let me ask this. Let me ask Platinum. Let me ask you this.
When you get married, you're gonna see them in a natural state getting out the shower. No eyelashes, probably ain't got no eyebrows. I always talk about how when they ain't got no edges and causing an involuntary mohawk. Like when they get out they looking like a goddamn alien from some post-apocalyptic movie and shit. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, so yeah, that's a problem. But if you just short-term hooking up and she want to put $500 worth of weave in her hair, some fucking lashes and makeup and all kind of other fake accessories just to look good to come put your dick in her mouth, you ain't got nothing to complain about if you just a short-term.
No, I don't have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
No. Let me ask you this question.
No, you do got something to complain about long term if she take all that shit off and look like a goddamn space alien.
Platinum, how many women have you told, if you lose 40 pounds, I'm leaving you?
I say in my life.
Yeah.
I can't put a number. I say maybe 8.
You've told women.
I'm leaving them. Not leaving them. I put it on. They could stand to lose some weight. You know.
No. You're missing.
They never do though.
No. What I said is, how many women have you told that if you lose 40 pounds, I'm leaving you?
Oh, none of them. None.
Exactly.
I don't like thin women. I don't like them like that. You talking about skinny women? I don't like skinny bitches like that.
Oh, when you're 250 and you lose 40 pounds, this doesn't make you thin.
Let me ask you. Hold me around 170. I'm 170 to 150. Keep me around there.
So 170 again. Okay, 170. 170 to 130 does not make you skinny.
It depends on the woman. A lot of sisters.
Obviously, if she's 6'4", you're right.
Yeah,
but most women aren't 6'4", are they?
Right.
No, wait a minute. I'm 5'1" to 5'3". That's I don't 6 feet.
So 130 pounds at 5'1" is not thin. It's not skinny.
For sisters down here, that's sort of small. That's small. they thick out here. They meaty out here.
No, I'm not denying
they bottom
that.
Heavy. They bottom heavy too.
I'm not denying. You're missing the entire fucking point here. Again, 130 pounds at 5'1" is not a thin person.
For a sister, it is.
Well, let me put it like this.
You're talking about white women. White women.
Hold on, real quick. First off, says facts. He says platinum facts. Cute BBW low key pimping out here in the D street.
There you go.
Damn. But anyway, let me ask Judge this question. Size 2 or size 8? Which one would you say you got a preference for?
Given the choice between size 2 and size 8, not preferential to either one of them, but I'd go more for the size 2 again because there's more room for error.
I will give you the room for error argument all day, and I
am more of a size 6ish realm.
Okay,
but again, because thick isn't even pre-fat; it's fat.
Well, okay, all right, and I understand that. I understand that clearly. And I'm not all the way with platinum either, but I remember Kevin Samuels asked this question. He said, if you had $500 million, he said, any guy who's saying he likes thick women, if he had $500 million in the bank and he could only be with one woman, would he still be with that same woman that he's with now? Chances are probably no for a lot of guys, but see, here's the thing. If I could just pick the ideal woman, it wouldn't be a size 2. A size, I'm not even, keep in mind, I've been with some size 2s. I've had sex with some size 2s. And yeah, they little, they small. It's fun to, kind of ragdoll them around a little bit. I'm a big dude and all that. Yeah, it's fun, but I gotta have some ass back there.
No, I get it. But again, my preference is also athletic. So my preference is also athletic. That's what I'm saying. Size 2, typically, unless she's an endurance runner, right? It's typically, or unless she's an endurance runner, right? Or a gymnast or something like that, who has some musculature, right? Because if they're just size 2 naturally, it's real thin arms, it's real thin legs,
I've been with an out of shape size 2 before. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, you thin, but you're not fit. It's like a weird thing. But I've been with a fit size 2. But I keep referencing like Buffy the Body and all, like those bodies like that where even though they are technically above body mass index, when they bend over and arc their back, like that's a glorious sight.
Yeah.
I love
yes,
it.
but that's one sausage away from obesity.
I understand that, and that's the legitimate problem when you're talking about long term. See, people like Platinum who kind of like what I'm talking about. Platinum is only short term.
No, I'm not.
What?
Platt, did you not say about the in the hood? About
I'm not in the hood. Hold on.
Let him address me because I think I misrepresented Platt. Go ahead, Platt.
I think that a mistake that which I'm surprised as black men we know black women. You cannot put those European standards, that body mass index, on black women, man, because of the way they're configured.
Again, all of those thick African women in Africa, right? There's not an overwhelming majority of thin fucking women in Africa. Okay.
See, Platt, I was trying to help you out, but I can't go with you with that one for this reason.
Not an overwhelming population of thin women in Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba.
Well, that's different. I'm not talking about that. Hold on. Wait a minute. You're talking about differences. I'm saying.
Wait a minute. If we graded the body mass index chart on a curve for black women and gave them an extra 10 pounds.
No, 20.
If we gave them an extra 15 pounds, a lot of them would still be out of whack. So even if we adjust it for saying black women on average have a fat distribution to where they tend to get more fat in their ass. I think Fantastic talked about this in the military. It's hard for a lot of black women to make the cuts because a certain measurement, they got to get measured and they be having too much ass and titties or whatever. And then some of them, they have to get so skinny to make the cut so their ass will actually fit the measurements. And so there's a there. But even if we gave them an extra 10 to 15 pounds, a lot of them still out of whack. I mean, I could pull up the stats right now on how it showed it. I think 57% of
why is when we covered this earlier, Platt, you may not have heard this, but we covered this earlier about, okay, so what about the era of sisters? They were still black women in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Jet magazine beauties and what have you that don't fit this. Why do we now want to accept this? Well, you have to accept it when you're 18.
Well, you don't have to accept anything.
I don't accept it.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm just look. I said from my experience, this is me. I'm a black man, and I like black women. And they're my preference, right? When they're 5'1",
that wasn't even on the table, brother. You're misrepresenting something, and that's what I'm getting.
What am I misrepresenting?
You're misrepresenting the standard. You're trying to say that that's a Eurocentric standard, and I'm telling you that no, it's not being out of shape. It's not a Eurocentric standard.
I don't like. Okay, well, I think isn't the body mass index in that from Europe? The BMI.
Okay, there
It's
are.
it's a worldwide standard.
I saw that though. I said give black women an extra 10 pounds. They still are tipping the scale.
I got you, but this is what I'm saying. Now I'm not talking about BBW, super BBWs, you know, women that's
Right.
two up, 300, 400 pounds. Well, I'm not
Neither
talking
are
about
we,
those.
brother. Keep it focused, man.
Yeah, I'm talking from me. I'm a black man, and I noticed they do have, you know, nice breasts, big asses, big legs, and small waists, right? I said 5'1", 5'3", 5'1", 5'3", 150, 170. You know, you got to still, you have to see them. Now, I've seen, wait a minute.
5'1", 170?
With small.
That's Roy Jones Jr.
No, that's not. No, it's not. No, I'm just saying.
That is Roy Jones Jr. in the Olympics.
No, he was 168 in the Olympics, but you're all right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, there's that. I'll just tell you what down here that normally they weigh out to that team that stand out. They got the big legs. They're nice and they're, you know, ample size, and they're sisters, you know, and they're fine, you know. Now you talk about 200, 240, 300. I got you. No, that's not my thing. And when I see white women 5'1", 120, 140, well, they're around 140, which is actually for them sort of hefty. They got a nice body. You know, they have to be curvy, but I noticed around that 110, 120, they're thin. And I just don't see sisters that small. I see white women like that all the time.
I know you two are ripping platinum. You got to show me this 5 foot. Fuck it, I'll say 5'3" chick that's 170 that does not have a gut that has a thin waist. I need to see that example.
No, there are some of them that are out there. They're extremities. They're oddities. They're outliers.
All right.
And again, that waist is not going to hold up for more than 7 fucking years. It's not.
Damn, hold on, wait.
Let me do something. Judge. Look at Judge.
That waist is going to get just as big as those fucking shoulders, if not larger.
Yeah, I don't like wide shoulders. You're right, though. No, I got you, but I just disagree, man. You got to have the. We're black, you know. We're just different, man. Some dudes like them thin. You know, to me, finding them 110, 5'2" or whatever, or 5'5", 110, black women, that's just not how they come. Them some small chicks. You know, in addition to the diet that's down here in the South, you know, the barbecue ribs, the bacon, the sausage, the biscuits. You know,
it's not that. It's the biscuits. It's the sugar, man. It's the sugar. It's not the fucking meat. It's not. Again, it's understanding biology and what we've come to learn and understand from what you consume and how you consume it. The carbohydrates and the sugars are the ones, because again, those break down into glucose and glycogen and that's what's stored up in the fat cells. Right. Okay. And then if you overconsume protein, that happens as well. Right. That's there's a metabolizing process. If you overconsume protein, that'll convert it into sugar to be stored into glucose and glycogen in it. But the fats that go through the fats that you consume do not get converted into sugars to be stored into those fat cells. So it's a complete misunderstanding of how the human body metabolizes macronutrients.
What are we looking at?
What is looking at? Wait a minute. You said that's a complete misunderstanding of how the body metabolizes micronutrients. Me wanting a thick bitch or a meaty chick, you know, that I can fuck on it, that's about 5'3", 150. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You guys be killing me with the way y'all interpret shit. I'll be like, what?
You have zero.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Like we are not even on the same fucking page here.
Y'all can hear me. All right. Now looking at. Okay. Easy. Everybody, easy. Okay. Eye test is a very important thing in this thing. Okay, Judge. Let's just say this woman is 5'5". How much does she weigh in your eyes?
5'5". If she's 5'5", I'm gonna say easy 165, probably higher.
165.
165. Easy.
I think
Bottom bar is she's 5'5". Bottom bar is 165.
I think she's more like 185 if she's 5'5".
Bottom bar is 165. That's as low as it's gonna go.
I think
if that ass and those titties are fake, she's 165. If they're real, I'm going with your number.
What evidence do you have that fake titties and fake ass weigh less than real ass and real titties?
The saline and silicone.
Okay, all right. No, that was a scientific question.
The density of saline and silicone.
All right. I think this is okay. If she's 5'5", I think she probably weighs 180. I honestly like she's
just her legs alone. And by the way, she's gorgeous. I'm going to give her props, so I'm not shitting on her.
Okay, good. So I want to make sure that we ain't being fake, because 90% of black men they got that they want that. That's exactly what the hell they want.
Here's the problem, though. I don't know how old she is in this picture or how old she is at that frame with those muscular legs. If she stops, I don't know. It's not going to be smooth sailing in 10 plus years or what have you. But again,
she wouldn't be attractive at 140.
Oh,
she would still be attractive at 140. But see, if we get deep off into this conversation and we start talking about women, if we draw that hard of a line that women who are not body mass index are just if they go over that overweight point in body mass index, they're done. We can say that all we want, but that ass right there, that got. I mean,
Bernard. If,
my woman
if
is
I'll
actually built like that.
If I'll have you pay attention to one thing here, real quick, right? No, go back to the other picture. Look below her chin.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that crease?
Okay.
Do you see what's in that crease?
I also see another crease down here. That's
yeah.
Do you see the crease around the knees?
But I like, actually talking about grandmama knees. I'm not necessarily, we just different people, man. Because I mean, some things that some people don't like.
Because human beings are supposed to be fit.
Mm-hmm. You know what? If she stays in the track or whatever, she still could weigh that and run. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hold on a second. Let's be realistic on this. How many women, even fitness buffs, do you know that once they pass 25 or 30 after what percentage would you say really still stay in the gym? Usually most people metamorphosize into something a little bit bigger than what they were, men and women, even if they're fit or not. Okay. But what percentage would you say women I get it. If she stayed in the gym, ran her laps or whatever, she could maintain that. But how realistic is that?
After a couple of kids, 35, you're right. She'll probably be pushing about 225.
There we go. And I'm not trying to shit on her by any means. I'm just simply saying, there's a reason, using the boxing analogy, why fighters have to move up into different weight classes as they get older. They can't get into those lower weight classes.
But wait a minute. Forget how much she weighs. Do you want to have, fun with her? That's the question. And you look at her, and she's okay. So I want to fuck.
What you mean she okay? She more than okay to you.
I don't care how much, but I'm saying I'm not gonna take a fucking.
You guys have no idea. You guys have been fucking programmed. You guys have been successfully fucking programmed.
I know. I like her thighs. Like right here, this picture right here. I like the width of her thighs, the thickness, the fullness of her thighs, her small waist, her breast. Now, she might be, by BMI standards, obese. They might say you need to lose weight, but I would say no, you don't. You fine. You straight. Just you hold it where you at right there.
They convinced you. They convinced you as long as she's not 200 pounds. Like again, because they convinced because you have been convinced that 200-pound women are supposed to be attractive. If they are not 200 pounds, they're supposed to be fine.
200-pound women. I haven't been convinced. I see my eyes. Who was convincing me to like 200-pound women? I don't prefer.
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what
you said. I've been convinced, or who programmed me? Who?
There's a media apparatus. I can't begin to explain it to you.
I understand where you're going. I do understand where you're going, Judge, and And maybe at some level, some men have been conditioned to start liking something that's not exactly natural. All right, I can follow you down that road because even when I hate to use a porn reference, but even in porn, around 2000, okay, now I'm going to show how much porn I watch. Around 2006, when I'm sure we're familiar with Ass Parade and Bang Bros and all of that.
Yeah,
that was when white porn stars first started getting big asses. Before that, if you liked big asses, you had to look at black porn. White porn stars started getting big asses around 2006. Now
Bernard,
it's run amok. And
Bernard,
now I think white guys.
who are the only women that say real women have curves?
Say that again.
Who are the only women that say real women have curves?
Oh no, that's black women on some.
No, that's only women with curves. That's only women. And again, women are inherently lazy in this effect.
Yeah, and so for that reason that you just laid out right there, that is the precise reason why when guys like yourself, like Kevin Samuels, like Game Changer, are fighting against this whole, this thick movement or whatever the fuck we calling it, I don't get in their way because there's some women who are not built in proportion like that woman who are trying to sneak under the tent, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? And like when they do that, that has to be called out. Now the few
sneak under the tent, they trying to stampede the gates down.
Exactly. So the few exceptions like her, that's why I don't like to talk about this that much. But the few exceptions like her, that they look good. They no doubt look good. And I mean, I've shown pictures of my woman on here before. I mean, my woman is actually built very similar to that woman in that picture. Mm-hmm. So it's a thing if a woman has the right proportions that there's a good percentage of guys who she can get on with. Damn, there go that shit again. There's but like you said, there's a lot of them that aren't built with those proportions who are.
Well, and human beings are supposed to be fit.
Yeah,
they're supposed to be fit.
Yep, that's why I don't like to argue with people like yourself, like Kevin Samuels, like Game Changer, so many others, because I do recognize that y'all are fighting a good fight. And if I like a lot of ass, I need to just like a lot of ass over in the corner by myself.
Nobody's knocking what you like. Nobody's knocking what your preferences are. I'm not knocking that for either you or Platinum or anybody else, but that still doesn't negate that human beings are supposed to be fit. Human beings are not supposed to be 30 or more % body fat.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Hold a second. You gonna say there's a problem with being more than 30% body fat? Are you serious? Or
I'm just saying African Americans or black are a little bit different, man. Especially wait a minute. We're also subject to the food here. So like you talk about Jamaican and all that's different.
Again, because produce sections don't exist. Produce sections don't exist.
The diet is different.
He said subject to the food.
Yes, produce section. McDonald's made me fat. McDonald's made me fat.
I'm talking about the southern stuff.
No. What he's talking about is things like food deserts, and you say the southern stuff. Well, then again, Platt, explain to me why before 1980, black obesity was less than 10% when they had less access to all this processed stuff.
Probably we're more modernized now. You can Uber. I can sit right here. I can Uber up me 2 pizzas. I can Uber up me some barbecue. Wait a minute. I don't have to do shit. I can just sit here and they'll bring it to my front door. It's different.
So are you being oppressed by
real quick? Hold your thought, Judge. A new came through. He said Pogs are catching up. Yeah, man. It's becoming a closer race. Everybody coming with that Bernard Samuels shit. Get out of there. Gabe A in the building. He says preference is preference and shouldn't be up for criticism. Worrying about another man's preference in women is futile and inconsequential and to the
what's healthy and what isn't.
Thanks, Gabe A. No, Gabe A, even though I understand exactly where you're coming from, it is a fair discussion to be had about our culture, and this culture is flipped upside down. So it is a fair discussion to be had.
And let's be clear. A preference is just an acceptable fetish. It's a socially acceptable fetish.
Hold a second. I want to get back to what you said about the 30%. And Platt, I'll shut up. I'll go on mute. Judge had said about humans. And when Judge, you stop me if I'm saying this incorrectly. When he says humans aren't supposed to be overweight, that means we're supposed to be active. We're supposed to be moving and things of that nature.
I agree with that.
Long before gyms existed, people remained in shape. Now, Platt, you made an example about ordering a pizza. Well, that to me is a cultural issue about somebody that's lazy. But over 30%, yeah, that's getting into, I hate to take somebody's term, but that gets into danger zone areas, We wonder.
I don't think that's why you guys got a problem with it. I think you just physically, you don't like the way they look, period. And
because physically they look like they are in a diseased position.
It's
because 30%, because when somebody has more than 30% fat, you can physically tell that they are unwell.
Well, they're not unwell. You just don't find them attractive.
Son of a fucking bitch. Would you find a person with leprosy attractive?
No.
Why?
Well, it's they have skin mutations and shit like that.
If you know somebody has cervical cancer, would you find them attractive still?
Well, physically?
Yeah. Would that not come into your mind? If you specifically know that this person had cervical fucking cancer, would that not influence on how attractive or not you would find them?
Judge, obvious if I knew about it, but you're saying physically, if I don't know physically, that don't mean she can't be.
But that's what I'm saying. Physically, I do know that if you are more than 30%, if you have more than 30% body fat, you are unwell. There is no argument against it. There is no medical or scientific argument fucking against it. There are only platitudes that are issued to reinforce the person's self-esteem.
Okay. Now, how many followers does that lady that you showed? Somebody asked in the chat, how many does she have on her IG?
No, he took it down, but I'm sure it's probably in the hundreds of thousands, maybe millions. I'm positive it probably is.
And Lizzo makes money. What is your point?
80,000, 200,000, $1 million. Somebody like these overweight.
So your point of contention is what 30% BMI like, bitches. Not what's healthy. Okay.
Well, I don't think that's. Wait a minute. First of all, you're talking about from a health center, a society.
That's exactly what we've been talking about.
Wait a minute. You could say that, but individually, you're concerned about their health. I don't believe you. Now, I just think you just don't like the way they look. They're too fat for you. They're not your type. I got that.
You're being deliberately obtuse, man. There's no point in having the conversation.
All right.
You're being deliberately obtuse. You cannot be this fucking dense, man.
No, you can't be this dense.
I'm the brace, Judge.
Let's not go there.
Let's keep it clean.
Look, how can I not go there when he's deliberately misinterpreting everything that's being said?
No,
it's my fault because I'm calling him out because he's deliberately misinterpreting every fucking thing that is said that does not support his fucking argument. Come on, man.
Okay, and guess what I can say, Judge? You're doing the same.
Exactly.
Okay, but you're not right now. I'm not.
But that's what you are doing. See, you can't accuse me of doing what you're doing because I'm not doing what you're doing.
Okay, good. We're not. Neither one of us is doing it.
Right. Of course we're not.
No, actually, look. I don't believe. Now you can say, hold up. I don't believe.
I want to say something that was mentioned in the chat.
It's not you. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Carlton Banks makes a very good point, and this is where I will say you're being disingenuous, Platt. He's like the average overweight chick looks like the chick that Bernie had showed. Come on, man.
That's a good point. That is the key point right there. Like we like a little extra ass back there. We black men, we like curves. We get that.
No,
and
you
there
don't.
Are some there are some that are killing it like that. They got a lot of ass back there in a small waist and a flat stomach. But like I said, I said they trying to sneak under the tent. The fat chicks are trying to sneak under the tent with those ones. Judge said no, they storming it like the storming it like Helm's Deep, like that motherfucker. But yeah,
like
so,
D-Day on some shit.
yeah, they storming it like the beaches of Normandy. But yeah, so I get that. But I've said all I'm gonna say on this. This started from a black woman trying to say that black men promote obesity in black women. It was actually Sister Georgia tried to blame black men for black women being fat because they promote it somehow. But
how, Sway? What the fuck?
I was against it in the beginning, but fucking now, shit, maybe she has a fucking point.
No, okay. Can I get a word in right quick? Can I get a word in?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna give you the flow. You
Platinum said something that was really disturbing. He said because the bitch has followers, people must like it. That is incorrect. If black men really liked the type of body types black women had, which is 57% obese, 25% overweight, borderline obese, if we really like that, black women wouldn't have the lowest marriage rate. Keep in mind the group Asian women with the highest marriage rate in America are the most petite women. The group with the lowest marriage rate have the highest rate of obesity. That is not a fucking coincidence.
Okay.
All right, let me say this. Because hold on, real quick, because SW1 is now saying that Sister George is correct, saying that black women are fat because black men promote it.
Bullshit.
A percentage of black men coming to the point where we accept it does not mean you're fat because we promote it. It means that black men and a lot of us have surrendered. A lot of us have surrendered to what it is that black women are going to do. And I said, if something is easy and comfortable for you to do, and you're choosing to do it, you're not doing it because it's being promoted. That's like if fucking around, if being if engaging in promiscuous, yes, being promiscuous. That word was kicking my ass. If being promiscuous and overeating was promoted by your culture, you can't blame the culture for that. If left to your own devices, you was going to do that shit anyway because it's easy and comfortable to fuck any dude who get your pussy wet and overeat. That is an easy and comfortable and make you feel good, do it thing to do. You can't blame nobody else for that if left to your own devices.
But Bernard, be real.
Anyway. But what has happened, a lot of men, and I will plead half guilty for this, a lot of men have gotten maybe used to black women being thicker and maybe have acquired a taste for more ass.
Hotep.
I draw the line that if everything else is out of whack, then ain't nothing. I don't care how much ass and titties you got. If everything
Bernard,
else
be real, man. You show up to every date with a full pan of monkey bread.
What?
It's men's fault. That's we show up with monkey bread instead of fucking flowers and shit.
Hey,
white people show up with flowers. We show up with monkey bread.
Godzilla. Now, can anybody else on the panel tell me they've also had this experience? I have witnessed older black women shame young black women for being too small. Say, girl, you need to put on your grown woman weight. Boys don't like that. That's not cute. We have all heard that bullshit. So you cannot tell me it's the men promoting this shit. When the black women, for the most part, like to tell us what the fuck we like. Sister Jordan tried to tell us what the fuck we like. How the fuck you know what gets my dick hard, bitch? Get the fuck out of here.
Hold on. She's criticized us for saying we don't correct that or whatever, but the bitch part wasn't necessary. So, but let me say this, Archer. Your point is,
hold your thoughts, Sir Tice. My man Floyd L. Hope came through with a $40 super chat in the building. He said, just dropping by to say nice setup, giving my support from the $40 from the $40 Nation. Keep it up, homie. Hashtag $40 Nation for life.
I looking like a kingpin back there.
I still don't believe y'all is paying $40 for pussy. It can't be that cheap. It can't be.
Pussy's a good segue. Pussy's a good segue to this. Well,
Bernard, how many cricket stores? How many cricket stores in the country?
Somebody was trying to talk before I cut somebody off. Was that you?
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, go ahead, Sir Tyson.
Hey, I was going to say to Archer's point. What I sincerely believe, a lot of those sisters and every man on this panel, including Platt, would raise their hand that he's heard that from the older sisters to the younger sisters. I believe that they do that to poison their mind because that's less competition.
Yeah. Yeah, they lower the bar. If the bar is so low that every woman's fat, nobody can there's no, you get the like if nobody can dribble in the game of basketball, we're all even. So if all the bitches are fat, it evens the playing field for the older ones.
Listen, why are we pretending like there are not such a thing as fucking like calisthenics don't exist?
Yeah.
Like you can't go out onto like you can't do calisthenics any fucking where. No, you have to go to a gym. You have to have equipment. Like you can't just fucking do calisthenics. You can't just do. You can't just run or jog or walk or do push-ups or do lunges or fucking do crunches whenever you fucking want to do it.
It was that super chat I wanted to respond to. I think her name was
eat a goddamn salad.
Right. SW1 says what I think a lot of these sisters conflate dudes wanting to smash their ass, regardless of their state, versus dudes actually taking them seriously. So that's what they conflate when they say, well, brothers still like it or whatever, but if brothers crackheads, do that mean that they should be crackheads?
Can I piggyback off that right quick? Because I got a good point for that. Women say when they're thicker, they get more attention. They get more guys hollering at them. Let me tell you why that is, why you get more attention when you're fat. It's easier to talk to a 5 or a 4 than it is to talk to a 10 or a 9. You get less butterflies in your stomach. You get less approach anxiety.
That's true.
So when I walk up to an ugly bitch, I do not give a fuck what she thinks. So when you're getting more dudes walking up to you, it's because you're low. And it's easy to approach you. Approaching Beyonce is easy. It's harder than approaching Lizzo. Let's be honest about that.
Yeah, niggas be mode 1 like a motherfucker approaching fat chicks.
Mode 1 is hell, bitch. I'm trying to fuck. You think though? Let's go. Yeah. You better come correct when the chick is slim and in shape and got her shit together. You gotta think twice before you say the first 2 words. But a fat bitch, you don't gotta say nothing because the pussy's easy. Men don't like big fat black women. They like the easy access that big fat women have. It's easy access to pussy. If I fucked fat women myself, my body count would be in the thousands. It'd be that fucking easy.
Speaking of that, Judge, you said before we got to get to my man Pablo Frescobar in a little bit, but Judge, you did say when you came on and you pled guilty to you said, what did you say? Sticking your dick in a lot of
No, not sticking my dick in. Let's put this appropriately. I have been guilty of hiding my penis in a pound cake.
Hiding
and delivering. Just to trick her. It's my fault. I'm part of the problem.
Yes, I think we all are because I've admitted to that.
Not me.
I've had. I know, yeah, and I salute you for that. You stand strong on your principles with that. But I was guilty as hell at one point where I eventually quit doing it. But I was guilty as hell at one point. If we were just talking about fucking, it was plenty of chicks that came over after midnight that I wouldn't be seen with in public. And I realized I needed to quit doing that. So I did stop. But
they were just easy, weren't they? They were just easy.
It was swiping right on Tinder, and Tinder ain't as easy as people think. You still somebody got a lot of background noise. Start see if you can deal with that. Whoever got background noise. It ain't as easy as you think. You still have to go through a lot of talking and texting, and might end up on a fucking date, and chick be on the same bullshit that she be on if you meet her in public, meet her in person. But it was a lot of them that I wouldn't try to be walking around in broad daylight or go to a movie on an opening premiere day of Black Panther 2 and everybody black in the city gonna be there and see me. No, we ain't going out on no fucking date. We can hook up. I was guilty of that shit with chicks that I wouldn't be seen with in public, but eventually I figured out I had to start doing that because I was, like Judge just admitted, you become a part of the problem. We talk about how chicks are delusional and they think the guy that they getting dick from, the guy who's on the more select side of the scale that they can get dick from, but they can never get commitment from that guy. That woman is now shitting on and dinner whoring the guy that's actually in her league that she thinks she's better than, because it's guys who can do better than her that's giving her dick after midnight. So we do need to stop that. We're contributing to the problem. Now, they're still their own. They got their own free agency. They still fucking and doing what they want to do. They're free. but we do play a part. We do play a part. The men who are, who can do better, but still will fuck a chick that they wouldn't be seen with in public. But anyway, my man Pablo Frescobar in the building. He's the one who I gotta call it. He based off the conversations we was having here, he called it just like the grown man hour, because we was having some good grown man conversations. Everybody was respectful, wasn't a bunch of bullshit. He said it's the grown man hour, so that sort of created a theme of the show, and that's where we at, and it's a full manifestation right now. So got to give full salute and shout out to Pablo Frescobar. So welcome to the show. You named the show. You're part of this thing. So salute to you. And what you got, man? What you got for us today?
Well, the man cave is looking real nice, man. I like the fact that you got your jacket on and you got a little something to sip on.
Yeah,
were you sipping on some of that Tennessee honey?
Yeah, that honey jack. I don't like.
Yeah, that honey Jack Daniels, man. That's a nice little christening right there we got for the man cave.
Oh yeah.
So look, man, I dropped a link in the chat, in the StreamYard chat and in the YouTube chat, on a New York Times article that does exactly that. It blames black men for the reason that black women are overweight. And basically what it says is that because you Negroes like thighs and breasts so much, thighs, breasts, and booty, because that's what y'all like so much, that your queens have decided to let themselves go in an effort to have bigger proportions. So now I don't agree with none of that bullshit.
Thank you.
Because those women that we were just talking about earlier, those women are exceptional. Those women are exceptionally genetically gifted. The Olympic sprinters and the Buffy the Bodies and those women
those women are like the female equivalent of the guy. Like, let's just say Ray Lewis, when he was in his prime, he was 6 foot 240 pounds, but was in shape, and his stomach was flat. They're the equivalent
we all
of that.
we all knew that guy. We all knew that guy in high school who, came in the 9th grade and had a grown man body with muscles and a six pack and never worked out. We all know that guy. But most of us, right? Most of us weren't that guy. But and to I was saying a little something to Danielle George in the chat. Of course she's on some female defending fuckery.
Oh yeah.
And what I said to her was, I said, "Is your fiance fat?" And her answer is, "Oh, hell no, I ain't dealing with her." I said, "Then why are you trying to convince us to accept fat women?"
Oh,
right.
Got her.
May I add this?
Oh, can I
if I may, it'll take me 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Go ahead.
I don't know this for sure.
All of those fat Lindy Hoppers from the 70s, right? All of those fat Lindy Hoppers, right? Oh, wait. All of those women who used to dance the Lindy Hop, they used to get ignored for fat women all the time. Because, you have a whole lot of women who were fat and Lindy Hop dancing, right?
No, my great aunt could do that kind of stuff. Jump all around in the air and throw them up and do circles. They said she could do that. Yeah, guess what? She was skinny. Yep.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Oh, you screen sharing for me. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, platinum screen. Oh shit, platinum screen sharing. Let's see what we got here.
You see it? Hey, I don't think anybody would who doesn't want A. I mean, look at A.
Yeah, A is universally fit.
Okay,
yeah.
But a lot of men, and I'm just trying to be for real. A lot of men, they can't get A's. Too much competition. Her ego, she don't want to fuck with them. They have to go to B, C, or D.
But
it's not so.
Wait a minute.
It's not me. It's not me saying, "Hey,
hold on. Let me say this. I gotta say this. A, she's ungettable. Like, we can't see her face that good, but if we could zoom in, just even from far away and kind of blurry, I bet she's at least a 9. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, she's looking 9-ish in the face. That's why we can't get her. But I've had sex with some women that may not be as fine as her, but had the exact same body.
Hold on a second. Where the hell
can I say something right
quick? There needs to be some fucking nuance. There's a great difference between A and B, C, and D. And by the way,
it's a lot of middle ground. It's a lot of in between B and A. It's a lot in between that.
But can I address why
this is saying where's the B? Where's the B, C, and D on the other side of A?
Thank you.
So that you can show a full broad spectrum.
This thing of extremes, Platinum. I mean, come on, man.
But no, Platinum's actually right, and let me address why Platinum.
Thank you.
Let me address why most brothers can't get A. And this is why. It's simple economics, supply and demand. A is about 5% of black women. Those other 3 bitches, that's about 80 to 90% of black women.
There you go.
So supply and demand. When you have 100% of black men chasing A, what does that allow A to do? That allow A to raise her prices.
But we gotta say this. That's 80% of black women in the United States of America.
True.
That is not 80% of black women on the globe. I can promise you that.
Why are we pretending that all black women have ass? God damn it.
I can take you places where 70 to 80% of the body types are more like A than they are like B, C, and D.
The fattest continent in Africa, the fattest country in Africa is South Africa. And they ironically have the most white people, and their obesity rating is 40%. Still nowhere close to the black American obesity rating. But as a continent-wide average of Africa's obesity rating is mid-20% compared to black Americans, where we have an obesity rating above 50% into the 60%.
Yeah, and D is at a pool. She's finna take a swim. She's
not. No, she's not.
That's a pool.
She ain't about to do shit but put her feet in the damn water.
Thank you.
And even if she did get in there, she couldn't touch the bottom.
What? She just float, huh?
There's such a fucking thing as buoyancy.
But I'm just saying, isn't it strange that she is, she's ready to go swimming, like she's so comfortable with her body. But in my opinion, C is the most common amongst black women. C, not B, C.
I don't see that, but damn, that's embarrassing if that's so.
That's sad. That is pathetic.
But that's the thing. They don't start out like that. That's not how they fucking come out of the pussy.
What's that? That's A in 20 years right here, C. But I'm just
20 years.
After a couple of kids and not working out.
I don't get this. They don't come out like these women did not come out of the fucking pussy fat.
But that's 20 years, bro. That if you get A when she's 20 years old, when she's 40, you cannot complain that she looks like C. But the problem is a lot of men are being told to date C when she is 20. A lot of these black women are shaped. My grandma has a better shape than a lot of these young black women nowadays. They shape just like my grandma. Which is pathetic.
And I do want to point out. I think that Platinum is sort of revealing something here, but I think when most men say they like them thick, they for damn sure ain't talking about C and D. They for damn sure ain't talking about that.
Look, but we got to be for real. We're not being honest. The guys who can get A,
B could very well lose. I can see B losing some weight and being, what guys are talking about when they say.
But if more black women were A, more black men will be able to get that. Because few black women are A, it makes
numbers.
It's musical chairs, bro.
You're missing the fucking numbers. That's what they look like now, right? Okay. A is only a 5 to 10%er now, when A was a 50%er 20 years ago.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, but Judge, what the guy said about most of the black women fall in these categories, they don't fall in the A category. I agree. I'm just simply saying the notion that black men, right, like large scale, won't B, C, or D really true. I think most of them want A. It's just a question of there ain't a whole lot of A's and whether or not A wants them. So they default.
Okay.
Okay,
Let me explain this again,
Let me
Platinum.
address
Let me
that.
explain this.
I just
Let me try
addressed
to
that
let me
earlier.
try to use this illustration.
Okay.
Can you order a steak from Burger King?
No.
So what do you have to do at Burger King?
You got to buy what's on the menu.
Thank you.
But I got you. That's what I just said.
But you're that exactly. But most guys wouldn't approach A because A is beautiful. A's a fucking like 8 or 9. She's harder to approach. You got to muster up some courage. To approach B, C, or D, that ain't shit. That's just, hey, shorty, what's your name in the gas station? Hey, you got to think about that shit.
This goes back to what I said again about class, and nobody wants to talk about this. This is a dirty word, okay? You're not going to have a chick who is on the higher strata looking like B, C, and D that we just showed, and there's too much variance between A. I would say she's more of an 8, and I'd have no problem approaching her, but that's another topic for another time. But come on, Platt, there's more variance between A and B. I mean, that was the difference between like a size 6 and a size 19.
No, she ain't that. Not B ain't that big.
She
was no, that was probably a 14.
No, I'd say about 11. I'm at
What?
12.
No.
I'm 12.
The average black woman's dress size is 16 to 18. Let's be honest.
That's
I got
up.
you. Them other. I said, I say C, and obviously I just grab some pictures, but I say C. And again, what the typical is not B. I'm saying
and
that
again,
they're not even B.
Are you familiar with the cheerleader effect?
No, sir.
Explain that.
The cheerleader effect is if you put a bunch of fucking average to mediocre looking bitches in a fucking group, then the most attractive of the average is going to stand out. But that doesn't make them traditionally attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my thing was more about size. It wasn't even about their appearance. I mean, their beauty, physical beauty, whatever. Look, maybe you guys, or what Pablo's saying, he's right. That's how his life is. There's most of them my age, but down here, we got a lot of C's, a lot of them.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of them never get married.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And one of the things I was saying to somebody is that if given a choice between Buffy the Body and a woman who's more the size of a Gabrielle Union for a long-term relationship, guys are gonna pick the woman that's more like Gabrielle Union for the long-term relationship.
I want a woman.
That's where I draw the line. Now let me say this. I understand that I'm playing with fire.
Most,
okay, you said
not
most.
all.
All right, you said most. I give to some. You might be right. The Gabrielle Union is a safer bet because she has some room to grow. She can have a couple kids, and she could probably end up looking similar to Buffy the Body. But so I guess that it comes down to whether or not you have I don't know, some long-term thought, delayed gratification. But I will admit, I like, look, the woman that got ass like Buffy the Body. Look, hey, I'm done.
Let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this. What's the probability? Okay, what's the probability of the woman that you get with being smaller 20 years later, and what's the probability of the woman that you're with being larger in 20 years?
Yeah, and therein lies the problem, and it could be a problem with black men's ability to think long term and delay gratification and all of that. We just looking right here in the right now, and we see a woman that got that ass and no room to grow. No. And I can say this as somebody who's messed with thick women, and keep in mind what we saw in C and D. And that's not what I meant when I say thick, but I've messed with thick women. I've messed with thin women thinner than A, or women the same size as A. And when a woman is real thin, I can enjoy it. But if I'm in a committed long-term monogamous relationship with a woman who's skinny and don't got no ass, I get bored with it. I'm sorry.
Do you want to go prosthetic foot shopping with your wife?
Prosthetic foot shopping? What?
He's talking about amputation.
What she got? She got diabetes.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh shit. Well, okay. I understand where you're going, and if you're going to deal with somebody who's starting out with a Buffy the Body type body, you gotta stay on her and make because you are right. She is one double cheeseburger, double quarter pounder, supersized away from from fucking around and getting fat, getting
I
in
can
the.
give you the stats on that. 1 out of every 3 middle-aged black women have some form of diabetes. That is the highest rate of diabetes out of any other group of women in America.
Here's
Our
what
women have
And for reasons like that, and a lot of the reasons that's been stated, that's why I don't. Even though I do like, I like a big bouncy ass, but that's why I don't argue with you brothers because y'all are fighting the good fight. And
Here's
that's
what I
why.
don't understand
But hold
about.
on, real quick. News. Thank you for the super chat. He says, I'm going down there then. I have no idea what he's talking about. It must have been a previous conversation. But thank you for the super chat. And I apologize for anybody who super chats that I missed. My man DJ Naff came through with a super chat. He says, this is why brothers drive around, I think that's Tennessee, to avoid hitting one of them buffaloes in the street. Goddamn. And also, I think that's it. All right, go ahead. You got it.
What I
Whoever
was going to
was
say
trying to
was,
speak.
so it's
Oh wait, hold on. Platt trying to. Well, go ahead and say what you got to say. But Platt trying to share something else. Hold on. Lasher Deviants Gaming Channel says those A's can't/don't fuck them B's and C's down and loose. All right, so he's fucking the big burly bras. No heat, no judgment. No heat, no judgment.
I'll be brief.
No, I'm saying you would say
Hold up,
overweight.
Michael,
Go ahead, bro.
No. Isn't it funny? So they're this big because this is allegedly what black men want. And they listen to black men as it relates to this, but they won't listen to black men and anything else. Tell me how that works.
Right.
There you go. That's the game winning shot right there.
Yeah,
So they can't blame us because they ain't. When it comes to the attitude thing, we just recently had a channel where Game Changer was telling the chick, I forgot her name, but he was telling her, if you could talk to your 24-year-old self, because she was young in her 20s, she had a guy propose to her, but she said she knew her attitude was fucked up. She was out of pocket, bad attitude. I think she said bipolar. But anyway, Game Changer was like, if you could talk to your younger self right now, because I think she was like in her late 30s right now. He said, if you could talk to your 24-year-old self, would you tell your 24-year-old self to drop that attitude and all of that and this or that? And she couldn't even bring herself to say yes. They don't want to let go of the attitude. And black men have been talking about that for damn near a half century, and they refuse to let go of that. But when it comes to overeating, well, we just so submissive to everything that you want, so we're just gonna stuff our face and get fat. Bullshit. That is bullshit.
Everything they're really only submissive to things they tell us we want. Like you got Sister Georgia in the chat telling us what we like. And then you got, when you get a dude co-signing it, she's like, see. But when you get, like, we talk about hyenas and maggles and shit, like, you get what they do is they hang around the maggles, they hang around the hyenas, they hang around the dudes that simp for their ass, that co-sign every fucking thing they say, that get low quality pussy, and they point to that as a reference to what we the fuck as a group of men like. How many black men truly have a fat fetish? I would say about 50%.
No.
I wouldn't even say it's that high. But when you have let's be generous. Let's say it's 20%. You have 20% of black men who truly, genuinely have a fat fetish, but you have 80% of black women who are fat. Does anybody not see the gap and dichotomy there when it comes to dating? You say you know some brothers that fucking like it. Well, all you fat bitches are competing for that small number of guys that truly like it because the rest of us don't.
Well, now this is where I think there's a misinterpretation where a guy likes fat women. Now this probably would be fat for other women, but particular women, it's not fat. You see the woman on the screen, I'm saying she's 5'3", about 160, maybe more. This is where how they hold it. They hold their weight pretty well.
Okay, for the ones that are built like that, I can ride with that. I like that. In fact, I prefer that. That's fine.
But that's not fat because that's okay. This is what we talk about the BMI and the body fat index. See, most of her weight is muscle, and compared to another bitch whose most of her weight might be fat. You have two different type of weights. Most black women are not considered obese because of how much they weigh. It's because of how much of their weight is fat. compared to how much is muscle. Now, if you want to run around here saying all black women weigh 200 pounds and all of that's muscle, then we got some strong ass women in our community. And I'm not talking like we got some
Hey, they strong black
ass
women.
bitches.
That's why that's why they strong, independent. Don't need
Man,
no
I
man.
swear
They
to God,
strong.
they don't let that bitch uppercut you, man. Like we got some like really muscular built bitches, but that's not the case. The case is most of these women, their body, most of their weight is fat, and you cannot sculpt fat. The reason she looks good is because most of her weight is muscle, and muscle is leaner weight. So she can weigh 160 and still look slim and still have most of that in her ass because it's muscle, not fat.
Yeah, you're right. It's a solid ass too. I know. Yeah, you're right. It ain't loose. It's a solid. You know, she's muscular.
But Platt, how many 5'3" chicks got a body like that? That's sisters. I know. I've been to Memphis before, dude.
Well, it's not just. It's not just. It's all Houston. Houston. I'm just saying it's all over. I'm just saying how many. It's they're out there now. Hold up. As the board, I guess a lot of people on the board, when they're in demand like that, when they're the preference of a large majority of men, man, you have to compete. So no, they're not just out there easily to be. They're not, just pick them off the tree easy. Now you got to deal with.
I'm not saying it from that perspective. I'm saying it from that the average 5'3" chick does not look like that. Okay,
Like that. No,
I got you on that. You're right. You're right. No, you're right.
My wife is the exact height of that woman, and she does not weigh 160 pounds. She weighs more like 125 to 130, and she still has curves, but not like that. So, what you're putting up, Platinum, you're trying to throw up these women who are these genetic freaks, these anomalies, and trying to pass them off as regular.
Well,
And that's just
she's average.
Average where? Where do you walk around and see a woman like that on the regular?
You need to come to the South. And look,
dude, I'm in Atlanta. Come on, man.
Man. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm not saying they're available or easy to fuck. I'm just simply saying they're
not available to see unless you at the strip club.
See, this is what's wrong.
There you go. There's a lot of them be up in there.
This is what's wrong with Platinum's argument. We talk about Ron Wills had a video called The Invisible Man, like where a man is just so non-select that he's invisible to women. There's something called there's an invisible women too, and there's black women who are so fat that most times you don't even notice that they're there. It's hard to believe, but you don't notice them, but they big asses. So
I agree.
You only see the attractive ones and you think they're everywhere, but you overlook the unattractive ones that you see every day because they don't turn your head. But I guarantee you will see more morbidly obese black women in your daily life than you would see that girl. But since you notice that girl, since you notice, oh my God, she's bad, you think you see them everywhere, but really every day you're seeing about 10 or 12 super obese black women and probably one of her. And you thinking she's everywhere, but really she's the fucking minority.
Well, we agree that she's a minority, but they're common here, and the obese women are very common too. So I'm just saying they're just women. And there's differences, but I'm saying women like her. I'm just simply saying because of the board, the men who have a large majority of men, that's a preference for them. Getting at them or trying to win them over creates a difficult. It's a couple of obstacles. You can get them. You got to do a little bit more. But once you talk about these fat ones, that's all over the place. You're right. Those you could say something to them at a gas station, and later on that night you could be fucking them because there ain't no obstacles. Yeah, they're available.
But Platinum, let me ask you a question about them. How many black women are in America?
What would you? I'd say what a percentage?
No, just number, a raw number.
That number always fluctuates. Sometimes I hear it's 12, then I hear it's 20, and then they say black women are roughly.
How many black people are in America?
I hear some people say 12 million.
It's 46 million.
It's 46. Yeah, it's in the 40s.
Okay,
so there's about 40 million black people. Cut that in half. Let's say rough estimate. We're gonna say
it's more women. So we're
gonna say about 25 million black women.
Okay.
80% of those women are fat. What's 80% of 25 million?
I gotta get take my shoes off, man.
I'll give you a hint.
Take your shoes off?
17.
Yeah, I gotta do my count. I gotta start
It's
doing
about
my
it's
arithmetic.
about 17 or 18
I gotta
million.
use my
So
toes.
17 or 18 million black women are obese, fat, but you still have that leaves you with about 7 million good-looking ones. So it might 7 million is still a lot, but a majority of them are unattractive.
But
so you see the 7 million scattered here and there, and you think there's a lot of them, but really there's more unattractive ones, as if there's 18 to 20 million very unattractive fat black women.
Archer, here's what's scary though, okay? And I don't mean to dial the conversation down, but the teenage obesity rate amongst this particular has skyrocketed. I don't know the exact percentage. I'll look it up.
It's not even the teenage obesity rate. It's the black Americans have the highest childhood obesity rate.
Okay, right. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Right there. And I've seen it with my own eyes.
25% of black children, female children under the age of 18 are obese.
Yeah, you got it.
I got all the stats, bro.
Which is ridiculous, because what are they going to morph into if they don't correct that? But they're already learning bad program behavior already.
Right. Off gate, when our women hit 18, we already have a quarter of them who are obese. Off rip. Then you got to add in the ones that's going to become obese between the ages of 18 and 25. That's about another quarter. So we got 50% before they even hit 25 that's fucking fat.
Okay.
Nobody wants to marry a fat woman. That's
nobody.
True.
Nobody dreams of that when they're a kid. Don't nobody dream of that when I'm can't wait till my fat bitch comes out and walk down the aisle, shakes the whole fucking church. Nobody thinks about that shit.
What would you say to the brothers who sleep with them?
I say you a loser, motherfucker. Yeah. Up your standards. Get your standards out the fucking basement.
Well, I don't.
That is incel behavior. If you're sleeping with fat chicks, that's incel behavior.
Okay, hold up. I know a brother right now. Wait a minute. I know a brother, and I know the girl. I know her. I've met her. I don't know her, like really know her, but she's got 2 kids. She's about 240. And
motherfucker just said I made up the stats. Go to the fucking CDC website. They break it down for you. Do the research. You bitches know everything else about the community, but you don't know your own health standards. You don't even know your own fucking health breakdowns. I do research on this shit. Go to the CDC website and tell me I'm fucking lying. 25% of black American children who are female are obese. Tell me I'm fucking lying. Do your fucking research for you talk.
Okay, she's about 5'10", I think, about 240, 2 kids. And she met a guy, and she's pregnant now with twins by him. So even though she's obese, right? Well over, with 2 children, she still was able to, find her a dude, have sex, and get her 2 more kids on the way. So she's gonna be a single mom, 4 kids.
Yeah, the house.
Well, that's because black men are the trash men in the dating world.
That's a hell of an accomplishment there, Platinum. What an accomplishment.
No, I'm not.
That's more of an indictment on us. And
my point is, even though what he's saying with all his stats, I follow you, but that's not playing out because these women who
you're missing the point. Does she have a house? Let's does she have a house, Platt?
Yeah. Well, she doesn't have.
Okay. And the guy
has her own place. She has her own place.
And the guy lives with her, right?
No, he's a regular guy. I seen him. I seen them together. He's a regular small. Actually, he's half her size. He's a regular small black guy. I think he drives. That's
unnatural.
Regular small black guy.
Black men are the only group of men who date and marry women that weigh more than them.
That are bigger than they are.
If your wife weighs more than you, she should go check the sounds downstairs in the house. If you hear a sound and your bitch weighs more than you, she should check what the fuck that sound is, because she has a better fighting chance than you do.
Can somebody explain to me why he did it?
I don't know why he did it, Platinum, but I can tell you this. Platinum, I'll tell you this. I don't know why he did it, but it's kind of scary to think that is unnatural, because no species of mammal where the females are larger than the males.
That's incorrect.
If that continues, wait a minute. If that, okay, yeah. So, but the humans.
It's some fish.
In human beings, primates, that's usually not the case in primates. So so if
it's
the women
worth
continue to
pointing
be
out.
larger, if the women continue to be larger than the men in Black America, what does that say for like the continuation of the species, so to speak?
Well,
It's
and
gonna be
it's worth pointing out with a lot of species, not with mammal species, but a lot of species in the, whether we talking the animal kingdom, insect kingdom, or whatever. When the female is larger than the male, she normally kills them.
eats
Like
them.
that's
Yeah,
yeah,
she
she
kill
eats
them.
them. Yeah, she kills them or eats them, or yeah, when yeah, that's worth pointing out in this conversation. I got to read the super chat, and I gotta come at platinum on something real quick. Somebody got some clicking. I'm gonna take care of that real quick. He said many men are intentionally a Golden Eagle 99. Thanks for the $20 super chat. Appreciate that. He says many men are intentionally getting starved out of the market. That's why unattractive and overweight women are getting
Sex.
sex. Oh, sex. Getting sex from them.
Okay.
Getting sex from these men. These men just take what they can get. It's a bit of inflation in the market. I've always said that a lot of men take what they can get. Now, platinum, I
Supply
do
and
gotta come.
demand.
Yeah, now platinum, I do gotta put this towards you because you be talking a lot of shit about, you alpha, you this pimp game, all of that, and you be talking a lot of shit about dudes who be talking about women. Now these some bitch ass niggas, they can't get no pussy. They some sorry ass suckers. They bitch broken. They this, they that, and you
You around
Mr.
here fucking
Alpha.
fat bitches.
You
We
Mr.
got a problem.
Yeah, you Mr. Alpha to get all the pussy, but
No.
now you telling on yourself.
I'm not telling on myself. I'm offering you an observation from a different perspective. I'm telling you
Are
that.
you out here fucking fat bitches platinum?
Platinum.
Is that how you
Platinum.
rocking?
Platinum. The last
okay.
bitch that you fucked, how
Okay.
much did she weigh? The last bitch you fucked, how much did she weigh?
130. Hey,
Okay. Cool.
Hold up. Can you let me share the screen real quick?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Real quick, before you even talk about what you're talking about here, he says, I think the weight issue, that's Marvin. He says, I think the weight issue is a herd manifestation of unresolved issues. Fix the family. Girls need dads too. All right. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Okay, so what's going on here? You want to give some commentary to this?
You talking about large women, right? This is a large woman right here. You see this right here? You see her?
That is a man.
You sure do have these big bitches on speed dial.
Okay, wait.
You pulling these motherfuckers up a little bit too fast.
Look.
A little bit too fast.
Hold up.
To be denying.
That's a large woman, right? Okay. Now hold up. Let's go look, because you guys keep saying these unattractive and they're unwanted and stuff. Let's go look. Okay, let's look. Okay, well, she got 163K followers.
So
right?
Plus, how many of her followers are women? Get that? Because a lot of these women.
I don't know that.
Each other saying you're beautiful queen. A lot of these women be gassing each other up. So let's not act like the followers.
You do realize that this is right. This is just one big validation center, and you can't use the fact that a bitch can get some niggas to fuck or get followers to prove the point.
Okay. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. So if she can get niggas to fuck, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. She's born. She's living. She's working. She's fucking. Not you. But she's living her life. What else? I'm just saying, what's the point? It's like she's gonna die and you didn't fuck her, but she got a fuck on. She lived her life. So what's the point?
I can't. Yeah, I can't.
This is the point. The point is that she is fucking up the market. The fact that her product is the majority of the product on the market makes the other products on the market value get inflated. Because you might say niggas are fucking her, but at the end of the day, niggas want the nice A that you posted earlier.
Yeah, we agree.
And we agree that she has more value than she does. And the only reason why that girl that you posted earlier has such inflated value is because she is a rare commodity in our community.
I agree with Kevin's statement that he's been using on his show. Your women tell you what they think about you by how they present themselves as a group.
The lack of disrespect. If 80% of your women are obese, that is a lack of respect for the men.
Okay, you could say that. I don't agree with that because those women are individuals. Those women are individuals living their life. This notion, the whole notion that black people are one.
When
one
80% of our women are obese,
hold on, that doesn't even make sense.
That means they don't respect you.
My neighbor is black. Both my neighbors. This neighborhood is actually Mexican, white, and black. But my neighbor is black. My neighbor on the side of me is black. Only time I even see them when I go to the mailbox.
Okay, what plat?
What they do has nothing to do with me.
No one said that.
To say that a fat black woman in Louisiana or all across the board in America got something to do with me, that's nonsense.
No,
that makes no
women
sense.
in general being that fat and telling you to like it.
They're not telling me to like it. They're living their lives. I don't have. They don't living their life with
a female talking point. I mean, and this is what we're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just said, these women down here, they are fat. I agree with you, but they're getting fucked. They're having kids. They're living their lives. I don't know where you guys are living. This doesn't make sense. They don't give a fuck about what you think about them. And if you was to say that to their face, bro, it'd be all over. So it's like the women not thinking about you. This notion that what black women do as a collective has something to do with what black men do.
What are you implying by it will be all over, Platinum?
I'm saying you're just talking.
What, they gonna kick our ass?
You keep talking. They don't care. They're not going to stop. They're not going to go on no diet because
exactly. You said they don't care. You're right. They don't.
They don't have to because they're still having.
And that is sad. That is sad, Platinum. That they don't care what their men think.
Because
that is sad.
They care. Oh, they do care about the men they sleep with. That's what you're talking about.
That is sad that they don't care what black men as a whole think about. They don't care what
some random nigga thinks. Why would they? Do you?
Okay.
Do you care what some fat chick thinks about you?
What is the topic?
But we're not talking about them caring. We don't give a fuck that they care. We're talking about the cause and effect that their obesity is having not only on their health, but the image of our community and the respect of our community.
Okay, and you can say the image, but their health. Are you gonna do something about their health when they show up at the hospital with the diabetes or the high blood pressure? Are you gonna do something to help?
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh at their fat ass. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna laugh.
He's doing it now. He's speaking out against the 80% overall.
I noticed whenever
weight or whatever the fuck.
I noticed when we're talking about things to be healthy and things of that nature and things that will make the community productive and all that, you are very absent on these topics. But then considering the title today, you join to defend these exceptions and things and say, well, they don't care. Well, nobody is saying that we should care about them. We just speaking on the cause and effect of it. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me, but you said absent. I participate in things that we can actually, that makes sense. A bunch of dudes on YouTube talking about the black community. That's a waste of fucking time. That's a waste of a YouTube channel. That's nice, bro. These churches, hold on. They don't even listen to these ministers out here. You got guys out here who have churches. They do marches. They do food drives. They actually do stuff for the kids. They got Sunday school. They got after school program. They don't listen to them. Why would they listen to some fucking moron with a YouTube channel? They're not.
Hey, Platinum, let me ask you a question.
Hold on, real quick. Mr. Shane Vicious, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. He says, where the white women at?
I'm not here. Hello.
Golden, hold on, real quick. Golden Eagle 99 says, bottom line is, if that woman Platinum just showed on the screen was 125, she wouldn't even deal with 80%.
Look at her.
Black men.
Thank you.
All right. Look. Hold on. Wait, is somebody talking about something else?
No. Burn
first. You gonna go college pretty soon?
No. Burn it.
What's going on?
Get your diploma.
I think Archer is having an off-the-air conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
All right, so I had to stop that.
The good point that you made with Golden Eagle, this chat, she's right. They're speaking like they're in demand by these women. These women don't want these nappy-headed monkeys. Why do they keep talking like they're in demand?
Dude,
they don't care that you don't want them. They don't want you. Look.
Morons with YouTube channel, would that apply to you?
Hey, hold on.
Living their life.
Hey, don't want you.
I mean,
B don't want you, and C don't want you. Your best shot is D. You guys
Get
ain't
the
got no
fuck out.
hey,
max.
one second. You haven't
Get the fuck out. Speak. You got to speak for yourself on that one, Platt. You got to speak
No, I'm talking
for
about you,
yourself.
brother. I'm saying they're not max. They talk like they max. They talk like women want them. Well, our women, it makes us look bad. To who? You? If they wanted you, if they was your woman, they'd be with you. Obviously, they don't want you.
Platinum, let me ask you a question.
That woman about 240, she pregnant again. She got 2 kids. The same women that you claim they're unwanted, baby mama, unwanted. Somebody want her.
Just because people are having babies, hold on, real quick. Just because people are having babies in the midst of their fuckery, it don't mean that the fuckery is okay. There's a time and place to call out some fuckery. Now,
she doesn't want to be married. The guy who's got her pregnant, she got 2 kids. His twins are on the way. He drives a forklift. He makes about 60 here, which is quite a bit. That's 60 here. That's about 100 somewhere else. He's good. He doesn't have any kids. He wants to marry her. She's already put, and I don't really know her like I don't call her or nothing, but I keep up with her because she's on my Facebook, and I do not met her. She don't want to be married. She said that on there. He want to marry me. I seen the dude. I don't know. Maybe she will marry him.
No matter how you smack it up, flip it, or rub it down, 80% overall, 80% overweight rate for a group of people or a group of women of a particular race, that's generally bad. So
for them, you're right. It'd be bad for me. If I was 400 pounds, it's a bad situation for me.
All right, so Platinum, I get that you have a live and let live mentality, but some people analyze shit deeper. They look at society and cultural impacts and effects and all of that. You just look at yourself and you look at hold on, I got you, Pablo. You just look at you, yourself, and your dick, and whether or not you getting to stick it in a bitch.
No.
That's what your analysis.
We have a lot of people. Hold up, this guy right here. You know what I'm gonna do with you, bro? Get me off. How about this? How about we get you out the chat? All right.
What happened? Somebody.
The guy keeps attacking me.
Stop looking at the chat.
Just time him out.
There you go. Now how you like that, bro? There you go. Solved your problem. Nah, look. I know on YouTube, and I know this. A lot of these dudes are failed pastors. And they come on here with that preachy stuff. Now you don't know it. I do know it. They come on here, they try to change it up, but they trying to force like people to follow them like a TD Jakes or something like that. And it's like, bro, you tripping.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Look, black people are gonna keep doing what they're doing, man. Look, we can have fun with YouTube, everything, but all this stuff about let's have a YouTube channel and say all the black women gonna listen to Platinum. And because Platinum has got that type of game, and they're going to go lose 100 pounds because I say so, and we ain't going to talk to them till they lose weight. Come on, man. Are we being serious? That's all I'm saying. We're not being serious when you start talking about stuff like that. These women are going to do what they want to do, man. That A chick, if you want to get A, I got to compete with all the dudes that's trying to get A. I'm sorry. I'm macho. I'm a Mac. Okay, I'm going to go stand in the corner. I'm a man. And if she don't holler at me, okay, that's one way to approach it. Another way to approach is find out what she into, get to know her and whatever, and compete with them other dudes, knock them off, and then you get the woman. But, most dudes, like I said, they wind up with that C. They don't even get B. They wind up with C. And we don't want to deal with that.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What if instead of, 200,000 A's, we had 18 million A's? Would that change the dynamic at all?
I don't know.
In terms of competition.
Hold up. You know what, Pablo? But guess what? This is my opinion, and I could be wrong, Pablo. You probably right. I'm wrong. I think black men would still have the same problem because the A's gotta want them. It's a reason these women don't want these dudes, man. I mean, we gotta just deal with that.
Okay, here's another question. Do black women as a whole, not all, but culturally speaking, do they generally say, hey, go preach to each other, hey, go out, be independent, get your own, be independent, and you don't need these men and you can do it by yourself? Is that generally the culture that they kind of preach to each other?
Yeah, they do. Independent, yeah.
Right. Okay, so let me tell you this. In my wife's culture, do you know what they preach to other women who are overweight in Latin culture when they're fat?
No, I don't know.
They call them gordita. They call them gordo. They call them fat, and they ride them, and they nag them, and they berate them and belittle them until they get in line with the rest of them.
Okay.
That is the culture of Latinas in general. Why? Because they know that. Wait a minute. Why? Because they know that they have a brand and a representation that they put out to the public of being sexy.
Real brief. That used to be the culture in Black America. Now,
yes, it did.
Now how Platt is trying to switch this to y'all not gonna get this or the most average, whatever on that. You know, that ain't even worth debating. It's a deliberate shift of the conversation. Yep. All we're simply saying is, look, we have the guidance accountable. If you want to listen to it, just like Platt, you say with your own channel. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it or whatever. You know, that's it. But don't try to dictate to motherfuckers on what they can talk about in these kind of spaces either. That's the thing.
You're right. No, you're right. I'm not, but I'm just simply saying, when you say holistically, when you start talking, I don't talk like that. I don't talk like I'm the leader of Black people or something like that. I have my opinion.
And, oh, by the way, I'm not a preacher either. I'm not an ex-preacher either. So
no, but I'm saying, like, even with your stats, man, you got a lot of stats, you know, and that's fine. But
you confusing my voice with Archer. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay, that's you. Okay, my fault. All right, here you go.
So what we're saying is, Platinum, is there is a cultural change that we have control over. We have control over. Wait a minute. We can have control over our culture and what gets put out to the world and how we present ourselves to the world. Black men, by and large, want to take control of it, take it over, and mold it in the way that we want it. That's why the fucking manosphere is here, Platinum. We want control of this shit again. That's why we here.
All right, Nick. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. He says some Black men don't understand patriarchal norms. Appreciate that. And yeah, I do agree with that statement there. This conversation initially started from us looking at and analyzing based off something that somebody else said. I actually found out on the air that it was actually Sister George who initially said it, that Black women were overweight. It was partially or essentially Black men's fault because Black men promote them to be overweight. That's where the conversation came from. Whether or not dudes could get a chick that looked like the chick that you showed that was under A versus having to get with B, that ain't really relevant to the conversation. I mean, but I understand where you coming from with that. I mean, I think most dudes have a healthy understanding of what they can and cannot get. It's like, it's plenty of dudes who they can't, you know, the chick that you had that you showed for A, she was I said she was 9-ish. I think Sir Ty said she was about an 8. Okay, yeah, most dudes can't get an 8 or 9. Yeah, that is true. But that don't mean that you have to get with an absolute fat chick because you can't get an 8 or 9. You can get a chick that's not fat who's a 5. Like that's so. I mean, so this ain't about who dudes can and can't get. That's not really the discussion here. But it's another discussion that's popping up here because you like to call niggas incels and all of this shit.
That's what I ain't calling nobody. Look.
But like Archer said, it's some incel shit. Because you basically admitting to how many fat women you actually fuck with.
Me? I don't fuck with fat. Look, I told you I like my side. They're not fat women though.
Oh, those
I got the dimensions. They're not fat women.
C fat to you in that image? Did you consider C to be fat?
Yeah, to me that's not my type. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with C. I don't fuck with C's or B's.
But your
fuck with A's.
Is that
you flew in?
No, I showed you the
flew in on a Pegasus with a cape on for the fat women, man.
Because in my opinion, look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Look, they're not me. Look, I'm platinum. These niggas not me. And I don't want to get lumped in with a lot of these niggas because they can't do what I do. So the B's and the C's and the D's, that's for them.
That's for you.
That's for them.
Don't you dare
bullshit.
that shit. No, that's for you.
A is for me.
This is what I mean when you come on this and you make these broad statements or what have you. You don't know what anybody has. Motherfuckers who got shit ain't gotta talk about. I got this and y'all bitch bro. I ain't gotta brag about that shit, dude.
Well, hold up. Wait a minute. I don't care. But no, I don't care.
The guys who are promoting the bodies, the guys who are promoting the bodies, like the women that was in the image that you showed. You saying y'all can't get her, I can get her. Y'all got to get.
I know I can get her.
Okay, it sound a little sketchy because they not the ones in here caping for fat women.
Not caping for fat women. I'm saying that these are the women that they fuck with. I don't fuck with no B, C, or D. Can you share the screen? I don't mess with women like this. They're women. I ain't got nothing against them. They ain't my type. You know, it's just simple as that.
Perfect Storm says chubby chasers.
No. Can you can see the screen right here?
I can see.
Okay. The reason, look,
real quick. Ty City Logic Sphere came through. He said, Miss J said black women are unattractive because of their fathers. Hashtag never forget. Goddamn, I don't even know what points you trying to make there. Standards undermine the matriarchs and their drones. I appreciate that. All right, go ahead, Platt.
One of the problems why I bump heads in these spaces is I fuck with A's. I don't have problems with these sisters. Like, what are you talking about? They too fat. They too mean. They wrong. I fuck with A's. I don't fuck with these women. Now, y'all fuck with these because y'all want to. Then y'all complain about it. And then you try to drag, you say, well, us as a people. No, nigga. You. It's not me. That's what you doing.
Do you know?
All right, so who is it? Who is it that you think is fucking with like? I mean, I
guess the guys that's always complaining about them and talking about what collectively we need to do this and that. Like they too fat. I'm like, okay, well they are a little bit big. They gonna have health problems. Well, I'd be like, what do you mean we? That woman, she knows she need to lose weight. We need to see these our women. And I said, oh, so that's that tribal game. I said, that you run that tribal game, okay? Because see, I'm in a city full of church. They run that down here all the time, that church stuff, and it don't work. It ain't working. But I'm saying, I fuck with Ace. They don't, they're a little bit. They got attitude, hard to get. But I fuck with Ace. I don't fuck with these women right here. So I don't have no idea what you're talking about. I can't even speak on the problem that they're causing and this and all of that. I'd be like, well, and I said, but these niggas, they just can't get bitches, man. They just whack niggas, and they keep trying to gaslight that shit on to me, and it don't work with me.
But would it sound like happened here in a discussion where it started from a black woman blaming black men for black women being fat? You initially came on here to say that the black women that are fat are not really fat. You did come in trying to basically say that the black women that are overweight ain't really overweight. Is this, is that. You start showing all kind of different images that you had on speed dial of women that were that one woman you showed that she was too big for me, and I'm one that's on record saying I like the chick. That was too big for me though. That one woman that you showed, like you came in talking about that at first, but now that the conversation has got this far, oh, I don't fuck with them type of women. That's what y'all fuck with. I fuck with A. So it seems like you just trying to take any approach you can to just get us to not criticize fucked up behavior from black women.
Oh, no, you can do that. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I agree. I don't agree that black women are overweight because of black men. That's crazy. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, but no matter what angle we go in this, whether you're saying, oh, the fat black women aren't really fat, or oh wait, no, actually they are fat, but them the ones y'all gotta fuck. I don't fuck with them. Like, so no matter where we go in this, you just trying to defend overweight women. That leads us to the conclusion that you are actually the one that are messing with the overweight women.
I'm not. No, I'm not. Not my type. I ain't got no. I don't have no problem with them. All right, they're not my type.
Perfect Storm in the building says, "Platinum, show your work." And what did I say? And let us be the judge. Plat, you gonna show your work? You gonna do a bitch for bitch cam up challenge with Marco?
No.
Why not?
You'll lose that one.
First of all, I'm in America. That's A. And But no, I'm not gonna do that because if I got it, I don't do that. I don't want when I cam, I cam when I want to.
Right on. No, I can respect that. I cammed up when I wanted to, when I was ready to do it. So yeah. So I mean, you can do that on your own time, but that is looming out there. You know, a Marco versus Platinum bitch for bitch cammed up challenge. That the invitation is on the table. I know Marco down. So.
Okay. Well, y'all gonna fly me to Colombia or wherever? Where is it?
Oh, why you gotta go? You killing it here.
Yo, you're supposed to be killing the game right here, man. Where you need to go there for?
Wait a minute. That's the give me a brothel. I'll go through the brothel and show you a bunch of bitches. I'm in America, bro.
Come on, Platinum. You supposed to be a pimp.
When niggas be talking about going overseas, you come up with every reason why they shouldn't go overseas because all the bitches is over here.
Over there. I know.
And now you saying you can't go bitch for bitch. What's wrong?
There's brothels overseas. Those women are poor over there. Okay, that's what I'm saying. We could do it like you said. Atlanta. Atlanta is Atlanta. Hold on. Atlanta is Atlanta. Memphis is Memphis. Houston is Houston. If we were to do it. If we're to do it, we're going to do it on the same playing field. I'm not going to go and compete against somebody over. I've been over there. I know what they do over there.
Hey, Bernie.
Why would you do? But then why would you discourage a guy from going over there?
Go over there, enjoy your life.
Admitted that it was an advantage over there.
If you want to go, and Pablo's the man to talk to, right, Pablo? If you want to go,
I am.
Holler at Pablo.
Pablo, apparently your wife.
All right.
Apparently your wife is
Nick. I thought that was Nick O, but Nick Odd in the building says Pookie and Matriarchs are symbiotic actors. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. And we got someone new to the panel. We got Bro Speak in the building. I'm gonna drop that screen share off, Platinum.
Okay.
Okay. No, I got it. Bro Speak in the building. What's going on? What you got?
I'm doing all right. I've been hearing this conversation that, black women are blaming black men for them being overweight. I think they are partially correct in that we do keep you got a lot of dudes on social media propping these chicks up. We know the ones that's doing it, supposedly the broke ones and guys who are so desperate they'll fuck anything moving. So we already know that that's partially the problem. Partially the other problem, we have a lot of women who will promote bigger women on their own pages. I mean, you got women who will up a chick half naked, big as I don't know what, and they're just prop her out. Oh, you doing your thing, sis, and all that kind of goofy stuff. And I'm looking at this chick like, why are y'all propping up this beach well? Please stop propping this beach well. But I think the main thing, if we got our power together financially and mentally together, I mean, we can cut out a lot of this these entire arguments, because to me,
hold on. You said if we got our power, you talking about if an individual man got his shit together, he don't have to deal with that kind of shit?
Collect individually and collectively.
Well, what do you mean by collectively?
If we start to get our finances together, because look about white guys. They don't deal with
black men are in the middle class. Do you know that?
Huh?
How many percentage of black men are in the middle class?
I don't have that number in front of me.
I think it's like 60%. Also, another number you probably don't know: the average white man make $50K a year. The average white man only make $10,000 more than the average black man. So that whole collectively get our shit together argument—that's just a way to make it. That's just a way to push the argument out into some realm to where black women are not. It's basically just a way to just scapegoat and just say black women are not responsible.
I'm not saying that now.
Until black men build Wakanda.
Okay,
you're making the Wakanda argument.
I'm not saying that black women.
If every black man got a $10,000 raise today, that would not make black women go through a metamorphosis and turn into Disney princesses.
Yeah,
So
but that will make. But my thing with that is going with, if you're making more money, you're not going to depend on dealing with these fat hoes. That's where I'm going with that.
Real quick. That's why I said, in a free country, an individual man who got his shit together and his mind right, and his money right, and moving the right way, he gonna make sure he not dealing with shit. But to give it some collective eyes when we build Wakanda,
yeah, we got to do.
All you're trying to do, you're trying to make a long-winded cape an excuse for the fuckery. That's all.
I'm not caping for the fuckery. Okay, but here's the thing: we keep allowing the fuckery because we cannot control it. That's the whole thing. The whole thing.
You can.
Why we have this fuckery out here? You cannot control it.
I can tell you exactly why. Because it is a free country, and black women are free. So each individual free black man.
Okay, so if they're free,
wait a minute. Each individual free black man does have to choose what he will and will not tolerate with these free black women who are making their free choices to do what they want when they want, because we live in a free country that permits it.
Okay, so if it's a free country, this is what I'm saying. If it's a free country, and we're the ones keep complaining about these women overweight, these women are blaming us, why do we care? Why do we as collectively care if they're blaming us for them being overweight?
Yeah,
if we're not going to, if the goal is changing our image and changing the community, then the first thing we had to do as a collective is get our shit together. Then we can go punish these chicks for being overweight by leaving them alone until we
nothing is stopping a man from leaving out of pocket chick alone right now. Nothing is stopping a man from leaving an overweight chick alone right now. Whatever a guy sees as a problem, is nothing stopping him right now from leaving it alone. But one thing, but to get to the point that what you're saying if we collectively, and I don't think nobody really knows what that means, they just repeat it because a woman said it, and I'm not even going to say the name of the woman who said it, but y'all are, because they repeating it because a woman said it, because that's her spin move whenever people start having these conversations. She likes to use the word collectively. But so let's look at it like this. Hispanic men make less money than black men, but they're getting more compliance from their women than black men. Their women,
collectively,
ain't it? Okay, go ahead.
Punish those women.
What do you mean? How do they collectively punish them in a free country with laws?
Women, they don't deal with them like that. So if they deal with them, they have a lot of rules with that.
Wait a minute.
So it's not like we're trying.
Boo, can you hear me? All right. So it sounds like you're saying that it's not a matter of us collectively getting our shit together, because the Hispanic men make less money than the average black man, then they collectively don't got their shit together either. It's just it's individuals within their group making choices not to deal with the women that are out of pocket. And so you've circled back around to my original rebuttal. So you're making an argument different from your initial argument.
My neighbor is a Mexican or whatever, Latino dude, Spanish speaking. Actually, he cuts yards. He's got the no lot lawnmower, like 3 of them, and he has contracts or whatever. That guy gets sent to jail. Since I've been here, he's gotten sent to jail about 4 times. His wife looks horrific. He gets sent to jail all the time. He gets drunk, they fight and shit. He's not running nothing over there. Nothing.
Oh no, it's exceptions to it. You said with a Hispanic dude?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's exceptions to it. Some of they chicks out of pocket like a motherfucker. But they women that you don't see the same type of shit. They women ain't on YouTube talking about Hispanic men not being able to provide, or not being masculine enough, or not being this or not being that, or talking about all the 101 reasons why black women shouldn't submit to black men. Shout out to the Breakdown Woman's Perspective. You don't see that type of shit with their women. So it is a difference. It is a difference, even though you could definitely find some spicy Latino women that are out of pocket and be clowning the fuck out. Yeah, that's true. And
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not going to deny that.
But to Mr. Brother
Go ahead,
Speaks,
Sir Tice. Go ahead, Sir Tice. You got it.
No, I said I got a bail. Thanks for letting me on the panel, Platt.
All right, bro.
It's all good. And salute, bro.
We agree. We agree more than we disagree, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But all right, holla.
Look at this. I got a fan. Mr. Bruh Speaks. I just have a question.
Go ahead.
What would you consider yourself when it comes to women? Would you say you're in the top 20% of men?
Way below that.
Oh, you would way below. So, you in the top 50?
Like as far as like
men. So you top 50 men of all men. Like you put yourself in the top 50%.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, now this you got to help me, bro. I heard what you said. Why would women listen to you? They don't want you.
Oh shit! I'm about to drop down.
No, I'm saying they're getting.
No, wait, no. You got it, Platt. Go ahead and get them with your line of questioning.
They have the.
Whoa, hold on, time out. I got to drop down for a second. I'm gonna let y'all go at it, but I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
I'm trying to learn from him because he said we got to punish the women like we ain't gonna mess with the women. That's if they're not calling you, texting you, wanting to be a part of your life. How can you punish them from a situation when they're not dealing with you? That's what I'm, because I hear this all the time.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You still got guys who will deal with them. Even they will go and try to follow them, even if they're not texting them, calling them, and they're still stalking these women like that, especially on social media. So
okay.
that's the problem there too, because a lot of dudes give them more attention, and these chicks are not even fucking them. I mean, I've seen on OnlyFans, these dudes are paying millions of dollars to chick that's not touching them. They ain't fucking them. They ain't doing anything really. So again.
So what is your boycott? So you're trying to say no OnlyFans, no liking pictures, no stalking, which the women stalking.
If you really want to stop it, yeah, it has to be a complete stay away from these fat hoes. That's it. That's the only way you're going to stop it. Otherwise, there is no reason to be even complaining or talking about. I mean, to this degree, because if you're not going to financially punish them, if you're not going to physically punish them for being fat, I mean, where you, and you're not leaving them alone. If you don't have a majority of the men leaving them alone, like completely, don't talk to them, don't do nothing with them. We're having this discussion. I mean, it's great to have the discussion. I'm not saying anything against that, but when we talk about how are we going to make this happen? That's the only way you're going to make it happen. Is
can I offer some advice?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you can get the top 10% of guys, who are with these women, if you can get them to embrace what you're saying, I think you got a shot at it. But as long as it's falling within I don't know where it's at. Well, as long as it's falling in that lower end where those women are not even dealing with those guys like that, I just don't think it's going to work.
It's not going to work. And you're absolutely right. And here's why. There is too much of a plus-minus margin between black men and black women for that to work. And here's why I say that. Can you hear me, Platinum?
I hear you fine.
All right. What's up, Brother Platinum? What's up to the brother on the panel? Bernard, what's going on, brother? I see you doing your thing.
What up?
I see you doing your thing, brother. I got you, man. I see you doing your thing, brother. You cooking. But listen, let me explain it to you this way, fellas. So you take the city the size of Dallas, Texas, which has roughly about 4.5 million people, right? In that city. A certain percentage, a given percentage of that is black, right? Dallas is right now, I think, about 42% black, if I'm not mistaken. Dallas, just the incorporated areas of Dallas, all right? So you take one black man who has his shit together. That means he has a career, not just a job. That means that he's been in his career for 15 or more years. He has a home. He's a homeowner. Uh, he's single, no children. He's got his shit together, sold up, top tier man, right? So in a city that size, you take one area of Dallas, right? Let's take Fort Worth, for example. They got about 264,000 people in that particular city, in Fort Worth proper. And then you have little small areas, suburbs, and shit around each of those cities, right? So 260,000, let's just do an even number. That one black man, he has access to over 200,000 women, right? Black women, right?
Okay.
All right. Now, that
Wait,
one man.
run that math back again. What did you say?
All right. So let's take a city the size of Dallas, Texas, for example. Okay. The city the size of Dallas, Texas has about 4.5 million people. When you include all of the surrounding areas, the DFW area, right? You got all Mesquite and you got Irving, you got all these other cities. So one black man who has his shit together, he has the ability to deal with at least 1,000 black women in each of those cities. And for example, just in DFW, he got his pick of between 3,000 black women. One black man, he has a pick of over 3,000 women. That's how poorly the numbers are offset. And these are rough estimates. We won't know because no one has actually ever done the work. But I'm just talking about what you can see, right? We know that because of the attrition levels between black men going to jail, getting locked up, those that are less fortunate, undereducated, when you take all of those guys off, guys that are men that are on the down low, for example, men that just have aged out, haven't made the cut. When you take away all of those men compared to the sisters in these cities, you have more eligible sisters than you do eligible men. So now the competition is fierce. This is why you got a bitch like Lisa Ray talking about she would be a side bitch to Will Smith, for example. It's numbers.
All right, yeah. I do got to take it upon myself to look deep into those numbers. I know when I looked into the numbers overall, I know it varies from state to state. There are some states where there's more black men than black women, but overall, from the age, I think 18 to 34, I think 18 to 34 for every 100 black women is something like 86 black men. That's how it is overall in that age group. So it is something to be said there, but I have heard in places like Atlanta or some big cities that it's a real big discrepancy.
It is. It's a huge discrepancy. The numbers are extremely lopsided in most of your urban areas. Black men, I'm talking about productive black men and black women now.
Yeah, I think that shit. What was I gonna say? Well, we do know how it is in those in like low income areas, like the low income housing areas. Those fucking you go to the projects. A lot of those chicks, they in there on Section 8 with a bunch of babies, and the only time you see a dude in there if he just coming by to just drop off some dick or some drugs or something like that. We know how that game go, but overall, I still don't feel like the discrepancy is that bad. But I do hear how it is in Atlanta and some other places. So I will look at it. I might do a show on that. I hate to wrap it up when the number's good. I'm loving all of this, but chaos reign. Go ahead and get your first and last words in chaos. Archer ain't shit trying to come back in here too, so I'll let him get a word in.
Bernard, I tell you one thing, Bernard. With this setup, the numbers are gonna go even higher now. Because now they can see a professional look. They see something that's grown. The atmosphere is nice. They got the candles in the background.
Well, I still got to work on a lot of shit. There's some settings. I got to get rid of that square that's on my face. My camera crooked, so it's gonna get better. And
is the camera set like that with the target on it, or you just put it like that?
No, I don't want that on there. But it take a little work to get it off of there. It's
you gotta go in your settings. You gotta get it off your settings.
Okay,
with this camera, it's weird. They set up to where you got to do some extra shit to get it off. Got it down. It's weird, but it's a nice $600 camera. When I figure it out, I can like get the picture clearer and better than what it is right now. Actually, when I get this shit figured out. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. You got it.
I will say this. In regards to the weight issue, it's going to take a point where enough black men doesn't really give a good portion of our sisters the dick. because as long as they still get access to get fucked, they're gonna remain the way they are. Because their value seems when the man can interact with them, have sex with them, that's how they see their worth. If you cut back on that, then they're gonna have to adapt and have to adjust, like every species.
Nah, they're just gonna say niggas ain't shit.
The reason why they not stop with controlling their weight, because they know they're big, because they look at everybody else counterpart that's not big to them. And it's not like it's firm. Like, you know, you have a small waist and you keep everything nice and firm. They just want to get all fat and drop it. So cutting the dick off will be one aspect. And that's going to be a challenge because there's many men out here that will still fuck anything. So until that is controlled, you're going to still see them gain weight and think it's happening. You're going to accept it. That's the only answer I can give.
Well, I say it's never chaos. Just
Bernard,
proved it'll never happen.
Oh, and Bernard, I'm gonna show you a laptop at the end of the stream.
Yeah, that one. My final words are this: that'll never happen because you're always gonna have a certain sector of men who just want to fuck, and if the bitch is fat and she want to give up some pussy, that's what's gonna happen. You might as well get ready for it. And then too, you have to take into accountability a person's personal, what a person likes personally. Okay, there are a certain group of men out here, they like fat, overweight, obese women.
No, how many? What percentage of men like that?
I don't know. I haven't. Has there been a poll conducted on it? I don't know.
There has been a poll. It's called wedding statistics. Like, it's called marriage rate. That's the fucking poll.
Yeah, but that poll doesn't account for motherfuckers that are just sliding by bitches after the club at fucking 3:30 in the morning.
It does account for that because when a man really likes something, he jumps on it. Well, if a man meets a body type that he really likes, he's not just fucking and dumping. He's actually, getting down with that body type. Like, men aren't just, I meet a bitch who's a 10 in the body and she's everything I want in her body and I'm just going to fuck her and, throw her to the wayside. That's not how niggas operate. If black men really like these type of bodies that are so prevalent in our community, I guarantee the marriage rate will be much higher. I guarantee you that.
Okay.
All right. If you say so.
I doubt that too. To be
honest. Hey, Bernard, once again, brother, you doing your thing, man. It's good to see you, venturing out and moving in that direction, brother. Salute to you. And I'll hit you on the next go round, man. Looking forward to you. Good improvement.
All right. Thanks, man. Thanks.
All right, brother.
Yeah, well, we about to wrap this thing up. I'd like to thank everybody who joined the panel and hopped on here today. I'm trying to wait. Hold on. What am I doing? I'm trying to. Okay. Well, I guess we could do it. We could do it like that.
Hey, why don't you do it? Well, I was gonna say, no, go ahead. No,
go ahead. Throw it out there, Platt. Throw it out there.
I was gonna say, why don't you do a show with a feminist?
Well, I have Sister George on all the time, so I mean,
why?
A announced feminist.
You mean out of a closet feminist?
Yeah, one of these women who actually say they're feminists, to try to see if they can hold those talking points and validate them. I doubt if they can.
That'd be interesting. I mean, I'm going to be reaching out to a lot more people and trying to get some shit set up. So we'll see how it go. But overall, fellas, today has been great. This is a long time coming. I've been trying to get my shit set up for a long time now with Corona. Take forever to get equipment and it's hard to find shit, but I finally got everything I needed. I got to figure out how to get rid of this damn square that keep following me around and all kind of shit. But yeah, man, like today has been great. This is a great day for the show. This is the new look. I'm gonna try to keep improving, keep making it better. But I'd like to thank everybody who hit the super. Yeah, I went ham on the super chats today, by the way. Thanks, I appreciate that. The cash apps, the super chats, the likes, the shares, subscribe, everything. I appreciate all of y'all. This has definitely been a ride, and we about to keep on riding. Shout out. And if you wasn't in here when I played the intro, because I got a whole new intro for the show, you got to check out the intro. It was pretty damn cool. Shout out to SKC for making it for me, and brother Xavier from the Prophet of Thought series for doing the voiceover work for it. So thank everybody who contributed in any way to this show, to this platform, to all these things. A long time coming. I'd like to thank a lot of the big name content creators who helped to grow this channel. Obviously, Y'all know what Obsidian did for this channel, so shout out to Obsidian, Angry Man, O'Shea, Kevin Samuels, even shout out to BGS, who haven't been on here since he got in that shootout with. Fantastic. Hopefully, I addressed it on the air that it was wrong for me to allow that to go down on the air. I probably need to send him a personal email because he ain't been back since that bullshit happened. But so yeah, I probably do need to reach out to BGS because that wasn't right. 61-year-old man shouldn't be disrespected. You can be challenged, not disrespected. So yeah, there's that. But overall, man, everybody, every big ARC, can't forget ARC. Every big name, whoever came over here when this thing was growing and building up to where it's at right now, man. Everybody, man. Look, oh yeah, I absolutely thank you 100%. This has been great, and we about to keep this thing rolling, man. And with that said, we are out of here. Peace.
Peace.